All right.
We dropped off with us kind of chilling at the inn. We did not decide to go to bed yet, but we're just kind of chilling there.
All right. Oh, so do you guys want to pick up when you guys are just chilling before bed? I'm gonna give you the. You guys go to the Wooden Bear Inn. It smells like
Wooden Bear Inn.
Yeah, Wooden Bear Inn, because I totally just did that in like under a minute. As I normally do. But also I thought that sounds cute, the Wooden Bear Inn. And I'm gonna say, theme-wise, there's like a bunch of like wooden carved bear statues. That hits a little too home. That hits a little too far close to home for me. Tangent. I used to live by Harrison, and there's a lot of like wooden carved bears, like where I used to live. Big sad now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, so there's a bunch of like wooden carved bears to be all like in the theme of like the sort of like where like the sort of bar area downstairs is.
Kind of like the ski lodge feel.
Yeah, very ski lodgy. There's like it's pushed. It's not directly like against the water, so like where you guys stayed last time. This one's more further into the into town. It's a inn that was recommended to you by Gloria when you guys said goodbye. Gloria, of course, has her own home on this island, so she went home. But you guys were able to sort of pack up, get a night. I'll say it's roughly a gold per person, or because that sounds fair. So if you guys per night, yes.
Oh boy.
So actually, gold's kind of So I'll say gold per person per night. So if you guys wanted to drop a gold I'll say I'll cut it in half and I'll say it's 6 gold, or it's not 6 gold, it's 3 gold. So it's like
I just dropped a gold, so I'll cover me and Tanar'ri.
Okay. So and if you guys want to drop 2 more gold, then you guys could cover your party for that one night. Cut it in half, why not? 5 gold per person. It's a pretty nice place actually. And there's some room service, and so they say, hey, if you want like snacks or anything, you could order room service. Of course this costs extra because as hotels are, you know. But you do know from Gloria, I'll say, before you guys headed off, Gloria did tell you the location of the guild hall, and you realize it's just down the street and like around like a small corner. Like, so it's fairly close, but it's closer to kind of like the center of town, as guild halls are, you know, fairly like multi-personal center. They're like community centers basically. So you guys, is there anything you guys want to do before you go to bed, or do you guys want to pick up in the morning?
I just want to vibe with Lizzie.
Just vibe with
chill.
Lizzie. Alright. Anything in particular you're doing with Lizzie, or are you just like hanging out and like she'll order you guys some chicken, some like fantasy chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
And you guys
fantasy
just like
chicken
vibe.
Yes.
Fantasy chicken tenders.
But I specifically want the dino chicken nuggets.
Oh well, sure. Why not?
Dinosaurs exist in D&D. It could happen.
They do.
They do.
I have run dinosaur racing in my campaigns before.
You know what? They do. So also, yeah, they kind of like, they're like chicken. They don't really look like dinosaurs, but you kind of like get the vibe. And I'll say Lizzie pays for you.
Yeah.
So you don't need to drop any money.
That counts.
Lizzie, you guys hang out and catch up. Even though, I mean, but as you do. Hey Max, you want to roll your ones out now? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Really?
Like really though.
Sure.
If you start a 4th session in a row with a natural 1,
how about I'll talk to the person, like the person I'm like, yo, could I get some dino chicken nuggets?
Dino chicken nuggets, roll for it. Yeah, go for it. I want you to get your roll out now. There you go. Hi. So you good? Is your internet cut out?
Yeah, my hold on.
No.
What's this? So you're in my headphones the way you're supposed to be. So I was getting everything situated and I went to
Hold on, you cut out a bit.
Yeah.
Wait. Better?
That's better.
There we go. Okay. It's just hooking it up to my headphones. But I went to plug my phone in and I was like, it's 12%. I didn't know it was that low. And I went to plug it in and it died.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're glad you're back. You didn't miss anything except for Pud's ordering dino chicken nuggets.
We're trying to get his nat 1 out of the way now.
But also, dino chicken nuggets are pretty sick.
Well, we did. That's a positive.
Oh my god, did you roll in that one?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is the 4th session in a row!
Oh boy. Okay, well,
Alright, so who's setting up the GoFundMe to mail him new dice?
Have we already done it?
I bought new dice. They're
Okay.
I feel bad though.
No, seriously don't. I have so many resin dice.
Here's what we're figuring out though. Is Kaleb was there for this yesterday. It's just any sort of physical dice. So if he physically touches it, they're cursed.
I'm so tempted to figure out how to play Roll20, just so we can get you to use if you want. But
well, D&D Beyond is gonna have a dice roller.
Roll20 wasn't even good either, because whenever I had to roll damage, like I rolled 3d6 for damage for like a spell. I got a 1, 1, and a 2.
Yeah, that was just, I was like, oh dang, but yeah.
Someone buy him gloves so he doesn't curse the new dice. 20 is rolling semi-normal.
Yeah. And also, I will give you my address, and you can send dice to me, and I will bless them for you if you want. It'll be great.
Or you can send some to me, and I can curse them for you if you want. And then you can send it to you can send it to a DM you don't like, and then you never have to worry about them.
You're not gonna Will Wheaton my fucking dice, alright?
But
I'm very protective of them.
I wonder what would happen if I sent you my pair of cursed dice. Would they be blessed in that? Like, is this like 2 negatives equal a positive? Because
can you cancel them out? Fucking pencils.
My DM in my old group has a cursed D20 that only rolls 20s for him.
Oh.
I
mean, I have my player killer dice. I have those.
I don't have player killer dice, but I do have dice that will not roll over a 3. So if you want, I will send you them. But anyway, sorry. Let's back on track.
Puud rolled a natural 1 for dinosaur nuggets.
Listen, you're a little intimidating. The poor elven man who came to your door to give you these was very intimidated. Why is there a tiny dragon man yelling at me for dino chicken nuggets? But luckily, you do have Lizzie, and she does have a fairly high charisma, so she does kind of get between you two and sorts it out. So you do get your dino chicken nuggets.
Good. I'm a simple man. You're
a simple man. You wanted your dino chicken nuggets, and I'll say you get them. You two, you guys have a nice slumber party. You guys could build like a little pillow fort. It's a good night.
No. Blanket fort.
Blanket fort.
Pillow fort's too much effort. True. Blanket fort, so you get much more volume for the. Okay, but point is, blanket fort.
Blanket fort. Fair. You guys made a blanket fort. It's pretty good. By morning
Spark,
time.
I will say. I need to spend money on this. That's the only reason that I am interrupting you before you go to the morning.
Go for it.
Spark is gonna get shit-faced.
Aye, okay. How much you want to jump on beer?
I am throwing down. I don't know how much they charge for beer at this nice establishment.
It's like a silver per ale.
Oh my god! I will throw down like 5 silver and just she's not that much of a heavyweight.
All right.
I'll throw down 5 silver and call it good.
Go for it. Yeah. So Spark, roll me a Constitution. Just Constitution saving throw. Why not?
That's a natural 2. So
yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna tell you where you wake up in a minute. So I'm gonna start with.
Oh god.
Puud, I'm going to tell you. It's like before the sun rises. You hear Lizzie sort of mumbling and moving around the room, and she says, like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry, but like I gotta go. Job stuff."
Oh, I get it. Don't worry.
And
it was nice catching up.
I'll see you around, and she does like the let me know, and then with like the little pointer finger psychic movement again, and then she'll grab her big long sword and march out of the room and let you sleep for another couple hours if you'd like. The sun has not gone up, so I don't know how deep of a sleeper Puud is, but that's completely up to you if he stays awake or not.
Yeah, I'd take a little nap.
Yeah. Okay. All of you also got a okay. Can you mute yourself, bud? Yep, you're good. Just mute. Wow, my tongue. Blah. Okay. Anyway, and after that, all of you who slept a normal sleep, and some of you bunked up, some of you didn't. So you guys all wake up, and you guys go and you can march down, and there's like some breakfast. You guys can get some scrambled eggs and toast. There's like a small buffet if you guys want to get breakfast that comes with your room in the morning, so you guys can all get breakfast. But for some reason, Spark doesn't show up. Spark, you regain consciousness. You had like a mild sort of like hangover, and you just you wake up and you're in some sort of alleyway somewhere. You're not quite sure how you got here. Your fists are a little bloody, so you just hope you won that fight at least. And I'll say, and as you kind of like sort of stagger yourself up and get up from your kind of slouched sleeping position, there's like a sort of like a. It's very uncommon to see elven people. Elven people are very tall and they're very thin people. But this girl kind of walks by. She's almost a little like curvy, like she's got a little more fat to her bones.
Ooh.
And she's and she kind of stops and she looks at you. And she goes, "Oh, are you all right?"
Do I look all right?
Oh well, you look a little dazed. Do you want? Where? She looks very confused. She's just like, "Hey, I'm heading to the guild hall. Do you want to come with me? I can get you some like food and water." She's like so nervous.
Right, I was kind of gonna head there eventually. I don't really know where I am. I made some bad decisions. So like if you could bring me to the guild hall, that would be great. Or like the Wooden Bear Inn, but like at the end of the day, I think I could kind of meet my friends at the guild hall. Or maybe they wouldn't leave without me. I don't want them to be worried.
Oh,
do you know where the Wooden Bear Inn is?
She's like, "Oh yeah, that's it's about 4 blocks that way." She like points down this street. Somehow you traveled 4 blocks with no memory of how you got here or what happened within those. You don't know what a certain amount of time before you blacked out. I'll say you do vaguely remember meeting some people and getting into a brawl. You don't remember if you won or lost, but hey, you woke up in an alleyway.
That's not the point anyway.
It's
Okay, well, thank you. What's your name?
She goes, "Oh, I'm Sylvia," and then she sort of like helps you up, and then like will take you to the guild hall where she'll give you like some free food and accommodations to kind of get you back up to normal, and so you are the first one at the guild hall. But
nice.
It's the guild hall is actually closer to where you woke up, so she's like,
"Okay, then I'll just go straight to the guild hall, and if they get worried, they can message me. I know they can do that." So.
Yeah, Puud can get a hold of you. But yeah, so you've met up with Sylvia, and when you get there, you also Sylvia will introduce you to her well, she calls her very best friend.
Yes.
Have
I met Peridot? I hope I've met Peridot.
She goes, "Yeah, so this is my very best friend," and then you see this another elven woman, but she looks a lot more proper, like she's got very sharp features. So obviously there is a very big difference, like structure-wise, of these two. And Sylvia has like sort of like up like this, like her hair is pulled up in like a messy sort of like sandy blonde bun, and she's got these bright blue eyes, and well, of course too, her friend Arvea, she meets her friend Arvea, and she's like, "This is my friend," and you watch it. It's like a very tall elven woman. She's like very elegant. This sort of like she has like sort of like this like. Her hair is like very clean and pulled back, but there's one thing that's a little strange about her is she's completely missing her right arm. But she seems quite happy to sort of help you out.
What is her name? How's her name spelled?
It is spelled. 1 second, I gotta look back. Aravae. Wait, what? Aravae.
A-U?
A-V.
A-V. So A-R-A-V-A-V?
No, A-R... Hold up.
Type it.
I'm doing that.
And she does not have an arm. Either way...
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Either way, Spark is, like, crushing a little bit on both of them, not gonna lie. She's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, well, they're two very, very cute. They're both very beautiful women, and they just kind of want to help. And you can tell both of them are wearing like this very almost cheaply looking made like leather armor that has this sort of like patch on it. And it's like a sort of like a square patch that's like a green on their leather armor. and on it has sort of like the face of the face of a bear, but it's like all in different tones of green.
Okay.
And
that means they're guards.
Well, it means they're part of the guild. But if you want to ask what it means, they'll tell you. And they're like, oh yeah, it's like this is the guild symbol, and so like everyone who's in the guild wears it. You actually see like some other people come in. A lot of them either if they don't have it on their clothing, they have it like on pieces of jewelry. Like there's like you see like this one guy who has like just like this like sort of like almost like beanie like hat, and on the top of it is like the crest. So it's kind of like something that everyone wears to identify that they're part of the guild, but there's no proper way to wear it. So
there's no uniform.
There's no uniform. It's just like wear the patch and you're in kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Basically, Spark is gonna sit there simping the entire time until her friends get there.
All right. And anything the rest of you guys want to do while you're going and getting breakfast that you come. You guys, anything you guys want to do, or you guys just want to head straight to the guild hall? Because Gloria did tell you where it was. So.
Yeah, we did know that Spark was in.
Sorry.
Spark was supposed to room with Tanar'ri and then didn't come back.
So Tanar'ri was just alone all night.
Where did Spark end up? Sorry, I missed that.
Spark ended up.
Is at the...
Yeah. So Spark woke up in an alleyway after getting into a fight, supposedly, and then was helped by Sylvia to the guild hall. So she's at the guild hall where you guys need to go. So if there's anything you guys want to do while you're still at the Wood and Bear,
know that.
you guys can head to the guild hall and try to find Spark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to remind me to get like a messenger bird later. I need to keep up with Daniel and see how that situation's going.
Oh, I got that. Does anyone want to wait here just in case Spark comes by?
Oh no.
Or because we don't know. Tanar'ri, wasn't she with you?
I can wait here.
She was supposed to be.
Oh, I don't like that. Don't like that. Mm-mm.
I will say, Spark probably told Tanar'ri that she was gonna go like drink for a while and then would be back, and then just did not come back.
I'll ask them and see if anyone has, seen us drunk at. You guys go on ahead and see a place.
Okay.
So,
Do you have that today?
So, okay, so are you guys just gonna all head to the guild hall, or what's going on?
Tanar'ri is gonna go around town looking hitting the different bars to see if anyone has seen Spark.
Sure, make me an investigation check. I don't know, you might find something, but
Oh no.
What's up?
Sorry, I just realized something that probably could have happened, and I'm kind of terrified now.
Okay, so that's a 13.
A 13? Yeah, tabaxis aren't extremely common around these areas. So when you try to ask for, hey, have you seen a lynx-looking tabaxi? A few people are like, well, she didn't swing around the bar, but I did see her get into a fight with, a couple of, guys out in the alleyway out back. And so, if you want, you can find where Spark woke up, but at this point, there's no Spark there. And so, you hear that Spark got into a fight with two random guys, and no one really knew what the fight was about, except for the fact that, that cat sure got a punch to her. And then, that was probably the most you can get from that. You don't know where she is at this point in time, but you do know that, hey, last night she got into a fight, and man, does she punch hard. But, yeah, that's about it. I don't think that necessarily surprises you, as I think you've seen Spark fight enough at this point that. But.
I've never seen Spark drink, though, so I think that would probably catch Tanar'ri off guard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just saying I've never seen Spark drink, so Tanar'ri would probably be a little caught off guard that happened.
Yeah. I don't think... She doesn't have much of a chance to drink in front of y'all, but...
No, I think you guys went to the inn once, and then like you ordered one drink, and then like, but that was before you guys met Tanar'ri. So I think everyone's like seeing each other drink, but I think your character wasn't in on that. So this is your first time seeing Spark drink. But this is like hard drinking, so it would be a little concerning. I do agree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So is everyone just gonna head to the guild hall, or anything else you guys want to do in the morning?
I need a messenger kind of figure out where she went. Then we're gonna head that way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys want to make another investigation check, that's maybe over a 13. You probably could find someone who said, "Oh yeah, I saw her walk off with like a guild member or something." But.
All right, I got a 19.
Yeah, easy enough. Raven, yeah, you kind of just like walk out and you meet something like, "Hey, did you see like another tabaxi?" And then they kind of go, "Oh yeah, she was let off by a guild member," and so that kind of gives you enough information of where she might be
now. Okay, cool.
But yeah, easy enough. So if you want to relay that information to the group, you guys can all head to the guild, which is it's almost the guild hall almost looks like a church. It's very like octangular, like that kind of shape.
Octagonal?
Octagonal. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
A room with 8 sides. And it's very much in that sort of shape, and it's got this very like almost like cone shaped roof with like lots of pillars outside. And then like in the very center, there's like a small sort of like bell tower that kind of like goes up and protrudes out of the front of the roof. It's a very cute looking building. It's quite small, and it's got like a really nice garden sort of around it, and you can actually see like when you guys approach, there's a few people that are tending to the garden. There seems to be like vegetables and stuff growing around, and so there's like some people who are like harvesting and stuff like that. It's like a community hub. There's like a small garden area. There's like people just like walking around and doing their own thing, and it seems to be very peaceful. And when you guys wander inside, the first thing you are greeted with is sort of like a small sort of like desk area with a large board of just like a community health board, like, "Hey, I lost my dog," kind of very much like things like that are posted all over the board, and it's much more full than the one you saw at the guards post back in Irontide. But a lot of the jobs are like, "Hey, I lost my cat. Hey, I need someone to help me get my cat out of a tree." It's very much like local, very like, small things that like stuff that you guys could do. But hey, if you guys want to do some of those jobs, if they're there, But anyway, that's the first thing you guys see, and then just past that is a very like sort of like a wide and open space with sort of like very long sort of like cafeteria like tables. There seems to be some like some sort of like rooms that go protrude off of onto the sides, but the only people directly in the hall that catch your attention is Spark, sitting there with like a small like light breakfast, like a very hangover breakfast, and like a tall glass of water, and on each side of her are 2 elven women. So that's what you see.
Pretty women on each arm. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and they just seem to be having like a very casual conversation. But yeah. As you guys
I'm gonna walk up. Well, someone was busy last night.
It's not like it's I mean, yeah, never mind.
And Kaleb, one of those is
as you guys approach, Arvara looks up, and immediately when she sees you, Hilda, tenses up and like leans over to Sylvia, whispers something to her, and then gets up and like leaves the room.
Sylvia did that?
Yeah, and then and then
oh wait, that's why you knew how to spell her name, huh? Is that why you knew how to 100%?
Yeah, and Hilda, you do recognize this elven lady, who's missing her right arm, and she gets up and she leaves the room, and Sylvia looks immediately worried, and she looks at you, Hilda, but she tries to still put on that sort of professional, sort of like caring smile that she's been giving Spark the entire time, and she goes, Oh, you must be Spark's friends. We were just talking about you guys. And she tries to continue the conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I want to come back later. What?
Cocksure Hilda is white as a ghost.
Hey, what? Hilda, are you alright? I didn't know you guys knew each other.
I'm not sure. You did see her.
Yeah. But wait, what? Yeah, of course I saw her.
Well, I expect nothing less. When you drink, you have 2 women.
Oh, no,
I'm learning a lot. Okay.
No, that's not what it was. Sylvia was really nice to find me. I went and fought some people. Apparently, it seems like it was fun. I'm pretty sure I did.
Sure. And then I'm gonna do an over wink. And then...
Sylvia's immediately very flustered. She goes, "Oh, guys, no! I found her on the street, so I wanted to help her out. It's my job. No worry."
Mark is looking at Hilda because she especially doesn't want to be connected to this when there's something obviously wrong with Hilda and the relationship with these people, and she's like, "No, I promise, I didn't. They're just, they're really pretty. I really but no, that's not what.
Oh.
No.
I called it.
No, you're so pretty too, Spark. Don't.
Thank you.
No, it's very oh guys, nothing happened. She's very flustered all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, no.
Hilda, you do not recognize Sylvia, and I want to make that very clear. You've never seen this woman before. Okay. She's cute, but Hilda
would normally be very worried about hearing that Spark woke up in an alley is just staring into the middle distance, trying to not panic.
Hilda, are you sure you're all right?
I'm not sure. Did she give you a name?
What, her? Her name was Arave. This is Sylvia.
A string of curse words.
Sylvia looks to you and she just kind of shrugs. She just looks like, I'm Sylvia. She introduced, just she's very I don't know what's going on. And she just goes, so you guys are part of the party here to see Gloria, right? Gloria's not in yet, but if you guys want to wait around for a few minutes, she'll probably be here soon. You guys can.
Yeah, sure.
She goes do you guys want water? Or we have juice. Because we're not allowed to have alcohol here, but
good water.
Hey, we have water.
I'll take some juice, and then I will sit down next to Spark.
Yeah, she'll get up, and then there's sort of a small sort of food court booths against the wall, the far wall. There's a food court-ish booth, and she kind of goes in, and she's hey, can we have who wants juice? And then she looks back to the group, just asking for how many to order. But
Spark is wearing the flower crown that Puud gave her.
Cool.
It looks very nice.
Thank you. You did a very good job on it.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll give Spark a little nudge with the elbow, found in an alleyway.
What? No, stop!
Dirty.
I didn't. What? No! Raven, no!
I mean, Sylvia found you in an alleyway, and that... Okay, point is, we are not judging.
Kind of creepy. I know. They were just really nice. They're no, I swear, I just got in a fight.
Yeah.
I think. I don't really remember, but I know that I didn't spend the night with them.
Yeah, that would be something you definitely remember.
What? Well, yeah, I do think I would remember it. I mean, they're really pretty.
She just say that very quietly so Sylvia doesn't hear.
Sylvia's making her way back with a tray. There's six. There's 6 juices on. Well, there's more 7 because she got one for herself. She walks over. She puts them on the table. She's just I just got juice for everybody. We just made freshly squeezed orange juice this morning. It's really good. It's one of my favorites. And she can hand out little cups of juice. They're
when she hands it to Puud, I'm gonna go,
"Oh, thanks, Mom," and then just take it and start drinking the juice.
She goes, no problem. It's very
You gotta
confused.
power move on him. You have to power move on him.
She's very nervous. She's like, I don't know who these people are, but I'm just trying to be like nice. She
Don't
hands
worry
all of
about
you
it.
these
He's
juice.
just kind of like that.
Well, you sure have quite a big group of friends. And,
yeah, it's kind of a new thing. I'm not used to having this many people. It's kind of funky.
Oh, they seem very nice, and you guys could sort of sit around and I'll say there's probably a good like 10 minutes if you guys just want to socialize for a while. But what you could say, Arvea does not. Sorry, what did you say?
Paige?
Hilda is just eyeing the door where Arvea left. Like, her eyes have not left that doorway.
Alright, well, Raven's gonna go up to her and see if they can chat. Hey, you okay?
Short answer.
Hello. See, Mom.
Short, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
kind of. You're quiet. I have to turn. I have you turned up to like 200%, but so project, please.
Daggum mic on these earbuds is not great. But I got headphones in. She's gonna say, I'm gonna drop the character voice for now because her voice is kind of quieter, but just assume it's in that like rich Scottish accent.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay.
That I attempt to do. Short answer, no, I am not okay.
Do you want to talk about it, or?
I want to figure out what's going on. And she'll turn to Sylvia. How do you know her?
Oh,
how is she alive?
Arvea? Well, I don't know. I'm not one. I shouldn't tell her story for her. She gets very emotional about it. And she's looking very questionable at you. Like, she's trying to be polite, but like there's also like there's an immediate link of distrust that you could feel, and she could feel. It was like she gets very emotional about it. She's there was an accident a few years ago now. At least I think so. And she lost her arm, and so she's healed up. She's great. She moved to Hedgehorn. And she's been hanging out with us ever since. She likes to help out the community in any way she can, even though, I mean, we all have our weaknesses, right? So I'm just, I'm her friend. Like, we kind of how we house together. She kind of explains. Yeah, we've been living together for a little over a year now, so. Yeah, so she's like,
I understand not wanting to share her story yet.
She goes, and she kind of looks at you, and she kind of goes, you know her, right? You know what happened. And she's very, like, this is like a quiet, like a whisper directly to Hilda at this point. But,
I think I do.
She kind of, like, nods. She goes, yeah, well. She kind of looks back at I'll say, just, like, timing-wise, like, the door kind of opens, and, you watch as Gloria walks in her, like, metal, her, like, plated armor, and she walks in, and she goes, oh, you guys have made it! Good job! And she's, come right in. I'm gonna lead you right through to my office. I've got all the details in there. And she kind of waves you on, and there's like a small staircase off to the side of the room that leads up to a second balcony where there's more rooms up there. And her office room is up there, so she kind of like waves you along to kind of come through. And when you guys leave the space, if you Hilda, if you want to like look back, you guys could see as Arvea, she just like comes back out slowly once you guys have left the area. But Gloria doesn't seem to notice, and she just kind of like walks back to her office, and she takes all of you with you. If you guys want, you can take your juices with you. They're in like paper cups.
Yes.
For positive juice, it's fine. I patiently waited for it to get back. Mine.
Tanar'ri is gonna pour his juice on Spark's head.
What?
Well, Spark. Oh, fair enough.
And then I'm gonna slide her a gold piece.
Who?
And say, I'm gonna slide Spark 1 gold piece and say, you're not paying for the room if you're not gonna use it, but don't go out like that again.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. She grabs the thing of water and she's gonna look for a napkin. She's gonna grab a napkin and then her cup of water. Can I get like both of those things?
Yeah, easy enough. No, it's easy enough. Like there's like a cheap cafeteria area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then she dumps the water on her own head, and tries to get all of the orange juice out of her fur so it doesn't get matte and sticky.
Yeah.
So she tries to get the water to get that out of her fur, and she's like, I mean, I get the point, but you could have done that with the water.
What's the fun in that?
Now, Spark, you smell slightly of fresh oranges.
Yay.
But
I know what fruits those are, though. That one was one I know.
Anyway, you guys can all make up to Gloria's office, and she pulls out a very similar printed flyer as the one you guys saw at the guard post back in Irontide, and she goes, "Well, I'm so happy you guys can help us out. Obviously we've had some issues. Oh no. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I clicked on something and I thought something happened. It's fine. We're fine. She goes, so we've had some issues. But luckily with the parties that we have positioned on this island, they were happy enough to help herd some of the giants. There's still some around from what I've heard. But there's been a few of them that have been taken care of, so the problem is less dangerous now and more just trying to herd them up." And she looks directly at you, Hilda, and she's like, "Yeah, you know what I mean, like giants."
Round up.
She said, "I'm sorry, you cut out."
Oh, sorry. No, we've had some problems, but luckily due to the other parties on the island, we've been able to sort of gather up people to help it out. So the problem is less of a problem now, but it's still like there's still giants roaming around like the eastern side of the island. So it's very much like that. And she says, "Yeah. So if you guys want, I can get you guys a cart to Rexendrum." Oh god, I said it.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew you were gonna call it Rexendrum.
You said it earlier, and then I completely blanked and just said it because I was like, all right, well,
I'm coming, Kaleb.
That's on me. I said it and then immediately realized I was like, God dang it! Nope, this is not Rexendrum. Sorry, guys. No crazy wizard people. But it was like a subplot. But I like memory. So she offers you a cart to Rexendrum, and she goes, "Hey, I can get you guys a cart if you want. But you guys are probably gonna have to find someone to drive it unless you guys know how to ride carts. Which at this point, I think you do."
I think I've also got.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, vehicle.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. Okay. She's like, "Oh, hey, not a problem then." She's like, "I can get you guys a cart. I can get you guys a horse, and you guys can make your way." She says it's roughly a day's trip from here, but when you get there, don't be afraid if people are a little messed up, a little crazed. I believe they just passed through, so they're a little further than Rexendrum now. So she kind of gives you, because she herself has got updated since she came home. So she tried to update you guys as much as she can. She's like, they're a little past Rexendrum now. They're heading up into the wilds. So
where?
The wilds is what she called it, which is both of you.
Yeah, that worries me.
No, both of you who are from Vahara know it as the forested area.
Oh, what? What?
The forest. The forest is also called the wilds to some who live on the outside of Vahara.
Does that update my knowledge of the distance? Because I know both Hilda and I are kind of keeping the how far are they from home eye out.
Okay, so at this point, they're further from Hilda's home and they're closer to your home. I'll give you that. But also the wilds of the forest are very large, as this is a large island. This is a large mountain area. It's a large location, so you guys aren't exactly so it could be that you don't.
Not enough information to tell exactly how close that would be to.
Roll me a nature check.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah,
and remember. Can I argue that I should have advantage on that because of my Outlander feature, that I have an excellent memory for maps and geography and the layout of the forest?
Yes, I'll let you have advantage on that.
Yes,
you so I'll give you that.
Because nature checks are shit for me, even though it should be something I'm good at.
Okay. I know.
Okay, that's a -1 because it's intelligence-based. Fucking goddamn it. Why couldn't it be survival? So
because you're not currently there, you're trying to think of the area you were from.
14 -1, so 13.
13? You know that is closer to your home, but you do also know that there is quite a bit of distance from where your home is located to where civilization is. There's quite a distance. And so you don't necessarily know how fast giants travel, nor their destination. So you have no clue where they are.
Okay.
But you could tell that there's quite a distance. But she updates you on this, and you kind of think for a minute. So they've my brain just turned off for a second. What did I tell you guys? Where was I?
You said that they were headed towards the wilds, the forest.
Yeah, they were headed towards the forest. You don't know the exact distance, and that's all she can really give you that information right now. She says, "Well, there are big stone giants. They're pretty easy to spot when you see them."
Any tips on how best to kill them?
They are not very good when you blast them. Swords and stuff don't do a lot of damage to big rock creatures. So explosive. Kitty!
A kitty.
So she's very much big explosives, and she's she's
okay. So blow them up.
No, it dies.
If you guys can.
All right.
No. And Hilda's kind of gone business mode. Do we know what kind of giants they are?
Yeah, they're stone giants.
Okay.
Oh, stone. I know my way around stone giant. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is Hilda and Puud's kind of specialty here.
Yeah.
Giant.
Oh gosh, I'm also eating a granola bar. Sorry if I start coughing.
Just curious because my belt is a belt of hill giant strength.
Oh, hill giant. Yeah. No, these are specifically stone giants. I believe.
Okay. So.
Even shorter than we usually feel.
Anyway, but if you two who have familiarity with giants, and how to take down giants, you guys can. She gives you this information. She gives you the flyer, and she also gives you a small, sort of mapped area of the town you guys are going to head out to.
Of the Ruckstrom?
Ruckstrom, yeah. She gives you a small map of Ruckstrom. And she says if you need any help, if you guys need any help at all, she kind of points to the badge that's in the very center of she's got being the guild master, she's got very nice armor compared to everybody else. And it has the crest in it. She's if you need help, she points to the crest. She's look for this crest. Most of the time, they'll help you out. And she also pulls out she pulls out three sort of fabric badges from her desk, and she hands them one to each of you, and she goes, I don't know how helpful these are gonna be, but if you need advice, guild members are usually really open to talking to guild members. So she hands them out.
Alright.
She's like, you guys don't have to join the guild, but you know, it's always a little helpful. But just to give you guys all have one, like, just very. It looks like this was like all of these were made like within an hour. Like they're not the best made badges, but they're like cute and they've got a sense of like, you know, to them. But yeah.
It's been a while since I've joined a guild.
And
But
these
yeah.
badges are bears, right?
Yeah, they've got bears on. They're all green. They're like a dark forest green, and they all have like bears sewn, like it's sort of like embroidered into them.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
I
cute.
know if it's related to totem stuff or if they just really like.
Well, the bear in Hedgehorn, the bear is kind of like the city mascot. Like there's like you guys showed up, and there's a lot of bear like memorabilia around here. That's just kind of like the town's theme in Hedgehorn. It's just like the bears, like the big grizzly bear is like, you know, powerful, strong, family oriented. Like that's why they have that, because they're simple. And I'll say because you're
right back.
Oh yeah, go for it. That's why you guys kind of you have a general understanding for stuff like that. But yeah. Sorry. And so you guys, she says it's going to be a little bit for a cart, but if you guys want to hang around for a few minutes, you guys can go through town. You guys can pick up other things if you want to. She's very much like.
Got to do that.
If there's anything specific.
Do you know where I can find one?
A messenger bird. She's like, you could probably head to the Owlery. Or you could just head to the postal office. I don't know, because there is like a postal system here. You could go to the post office and send a letter.
Nah.
Unless you want directly have a bird. She does give you direction, and she does give you directions to the nearest sort of Owlery that she could think of. And that's probably like a little ways across town, but you guys have roughly I'll say you guys have about 2 hours until your cart's ready. So if you guys want to do whatever the hell you want.
Peirs, do you want to go look to see if they have a gift shop?
Sure.
Of like bear items. I want a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Roll me an investigation. Either both of you roll or one of you roll with
I'm
advantage.
gonna assist him.
Okay,
yeah,
so...
No.
Peirs,
Dante, you can roll. Okay.
Dante rolls advantage.
Okay, a 17.
17? Easy enough. This place is full of bear memorabilia. If you want to find a store just dedicated to bear items, you can find small bear totems. You can find, like, amulets and earrings with bears on them. You could find, like, there's little capes made for children that have bears on them. Like, like those, like, blankets that have, like, places for your hands. You can put them over your head, so it's like a blanket cape. There's, like, stuff like that are all bear themed.
I want a blanket cape.
Okay. Kaleb, you're describing every roadside fucking store in Canada when you go on a road trip.
This is basically it, though.
You fucking been to the island.
Bahara is very Canada like themed. I'm not gonna lie, like this is very BC.
Is Bahara Fantasy Canada? I have to know.
Bahara is in a way Fantasy Canada mixed with like fantasy, like it's like a mix of like it's Fantasy Canada. It's fantasy.
Made Northern BC into fucking fantasy.
Okay.
I did. Okay, listen, you gotta go a little closer home.
I love it so much.
No, I do too.
Listen. The last island was based off of Hawaii. I'm allowed to base locations off of locations. This is basically northern Canada.
Yeah, okay, so...
That's why I asked earlier about like does it have the ski lodge vibes? Because I was comparing it to a place I had seen in Vancouver.
Oh, very ski lodgy. Like and like obviously like there are towns closer to the mountain that are very like small and they're directly based to like when it's winter time. so much snow. There's like if you guys want to go skiing, come back to Valhalla in wintertime, and you guys
yes!
You guys can there are actual ski lodges here.
Wait. Can the 2 natives be automatically proficient in skiing? Can Hilda and Spark have the option to know how to ski?
Yes, but I want you to make a convincing argument to why you've been skiing before.
The Winter Festival.
But dude, your family.
Tradition. Come on.
Yeah, because the Winter Festival was the one day of the season that all bets were off. The one day of the season was the Winter Festival. That's the one thing.
The Winter Festival is something that happens yearly. So I'll say both of you can know how to ski. Because why not?
Yes. But I mean specifically if we're in the forest we were very isolated, but specifically our winter festival, our beginning of the season festival, we could have gone to the hillsides of the mountains or shit. I could see them doing it.
Oh yeah, totally. No, that totally.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, no, for sure.
I have to know now. What is Churros based off of?
Sorry, what?
Churros.
Oh, Cryos?
Yeah, Churros.
Cryos is very base. How do I describe this? It's very much plainsy, so it's a lot more central. It's much more Texas.
Excellent.
It's much more Texas vibes. Big,
Texas chic.
Lots of farm.
Hey, hi.
Lots of farmland, rolling fields.
Wait. Question.
What?
Are each of the islands based off of one of the magic, the mana types in Magic? So we had islands, so that was blue. This is mountain. This is red, and then there's plains for white. Is this a thing?
Gathering?
Yes.
No, maybe.
No, that's a good theory. That's a good theory.
What? I never thought of it like that. Maybe. I mean, you guys know each of the islands are named after or named for each of the very old ancient chromatic dragons, or not chromatic, metallic dragons. That you've met one of them. And you know.
You did meet one of them.
You did. You met the dragon that guards the island, and you know that there's big myths of the dragons who they used to live and flourish and help protect the islands and stuff, and then one day they all just disappeared.
I will use my skiing skills to seduce my dragon girlfriend.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I mean, you guys won't know you've met the dragon girlfriend until it's too late, probably, as you did with Daniel, but I don't know. It depends.
Wait, yeah, how much would the one blanket cape be, and also just a hat? No.
Definitely, I'm gonna definitely make it be all probably, I hate to say it, but it's probably, it's probably gonna be 4 or 5, I'll say 4 gold.
Worth it, okay.
Worth it, yeah, 100% worth it. I will fund that shit. Do you want money? I will give it to you.
I now have a blanket cape that's just in a baseball cap.
I'm gonna get a necklace there from.
Oh, easy, yeah, necklace. You guys can choose broad, silver, gold, what color chain. Obviously it's not real silver and it's not real gold. It's painted, but I'll say, but it's gonna be 1 gold for you. Well, yeah, because it's pricey, Ooh.
All the up.
Oh, sorry, I'm playing with something. I just realized I could do something. That is actually kind of cool. Sorry.
I mean, it makes sense that they'd be expensive, saying tourist trap stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, how much are the messenger birds?
Messenger birds, this is not something that is commonly purchased, so I'll say it's probably about 5 gold for a bird, but then you now have to take care of that bird, and that bird is now yours. You need to buy food for it, water, all that fun stuff. You were basically turning yourself into Harry Potter.
Yeah.
What kind of bird was it?
Depends. You guys.
There's owl or barn owl, I think.
A lot of the owls around this area are predatory a lot of them are like big. There's like horned owls you can get. There's like some barn owls. You can't really get a snowy owl here, but you can get like you live in BC. What's an owl that lives around here? That's what you could find.
I don't
Alright,
know.
well, I don't care what it looks like.
Here.
Is there like a really well-mannered one that I can like
Make an animal handling check.
Animal handling. Oh fuck. Okay.
Yup.
Okay, that's not so bad. 1 second. What was on animal? Come on, character load. Animal handling. Okay, 16 plus 3 is 9.
Sorry,
How'd I do?
19?
19.
Yeah, you find I know a lot about owls because I had a phase. So,
Fantastic. I don't blame you.
you find a very well-mannered professional sort of frick, what kind of owl do I want to give you? I'll say a great horned owl because I freaking love those things. They're so cool. So it's a large bird. And it's a little bit more on the aged side, so it's an older bird. But it seems to be like just in its prime. It's very well mannered, and when you approach it, it kind of like gives you that curious like bird look, but then like lets you kind of pet it. And I'll say, yeah, and I'll say that bird, it will run you probably around 10 gold because this is one of the more these are one of the this is the one of the they're more trained birds. The birds that are less have less training in them, they are cheaper. But since this one is he's very well trained, I'll let you name him. But
okay, well I'll buy him. So,
all right, 10 gold.
Okay. I'm not try bartering because last time I did person ran. So lesson learned.
Yeah, 10 gold. Yeah.
10 gold. Yeah.
Yep. So you could drop 10 gold, and you now have a great horned owl.
Perfect.
But
his name is Bob.
Oh, great.
His name is what?
His name is Bob.
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 His name is
Love
Bob.
that.
Bob.
B-O-P. Bob.
Oh, Bop. With
Bop.
a P. Okay.
Bop. I love that. That's so cute.
I thought you meant like Robert. No,
Oh,
Bop is a
I
good
thought you
name.
meant like B-O-B.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, sorry. It's B-O-P. Bob.
We need art of this now.
Yep, you have to draw that. That's canon. Yep.
Alright, and Bob can send messages far away, right?
Yes, he can travel over the oceans, especially being a larger bird. It's really easy for him to cross the ocean.
Fantastic. I can send messages to Daniel and see how that's going.
Alright, here,
Thumbs
hold up.
up.
Because I made this, but none of you really asked for it, I'm gonna give you this anyway, because there you go.
I didn't know you had a physical, like an actual map of stuff.
This is Hedgeford.
Oh shit, where are we? Where are
you guys,
Yo, that's so cool.
In the very center of the town, where like that big sort of square thing is, that's the guild hall. Except for I imagined it being a little bit more rectangular, but I couldn't get that. So that's the guild hall. Right across that is like there's like a small little fountain area. That's like the middle, the center is where you guys were. And then you guys kind of split up to go shopping in other districts and went over there. A lot of the districts sort of back.
Splitting up anymore.
A lot of the sort of the pale. Listen, there's text on this, but I did not know how to erase it. So ignore the text completely because I couldn't figure out how to erase it. But like the sort of there's like on the very sort of like outskirts of like sort of like if you look towards the like the right side of the image and like the lower half area, that's a very like suburban sort of like housing district. And then the sort of like top sort of left hand side is more of the commercial area, which is probably where you guys are. But yeah.
Okay, where wait. Repeat
You guys are...
that. I am drawing all over this now.
Okay, go for it. So the top left half of the thing, So like roughly between like where it's like the dark gray and the light gray, like that sort of like area is like the top left. That's all like commercial stores, stuff like that. The bottom half is much more suburban, very, housing areas. And then there's also like that little sort of patch on the land is sort of like a big sort of like park area. So it's like it's surrounded by a bunch of houses, but it's like there's like a park there. And I'll say,
wait,
if you guys want, you guys can get that first.
Which area is the suburban area?
Hold on. Do I need to draw on it? I'll draw on it for you because.
Well, I'm drawing on my own thing, just like looking at the useless words. Which one is the?
Frick, I can't read them. The south district and the old district are technically our housing districts. The Red Rock and the Portward, those are all, the places where you can get stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Why did it? Whoa! It just offered to delete that. I was like, no, don't do that.
And it's the guild. The guild is the big square building in the center.
Yeah, that's the guild hall. So it's very centralized. I wanted to make it like sort of like that shape I described, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. So I just went, all right, it's a rectangle. That's fine. But just imagine it as a different shape because I don't know, flavor. But yeah.
Okay.
And
where is our inn?
Your inn is, hold up, gotta look at this image again because I don't know. Your inn was probably somewhere, like, how do I describe this? You're like right, how do I describe this? Hold on, I'm just gonna pull this.
It's okay if you can't, I'm just curious.
I'm gonna pull this into MS Paint. Give me like 3 seconds. Alright, hold on.
I can also share my screen real quick. There's a button for that, and you can kind of guide my mouse.
Do that.
Okay. Share my screen, pick my thing. I have 2 monitors, so give me 1 second.
Alright.
Hi.
Hi. What's that? That was pretty.
That's very good.
Kind of vaguely marked off areas.
Yes, okay. So, if you look directly, okay, well, you kind of drew a pink line directly over it. Go up.
Okay.
Like right there. You got, no, back.
Oh.
Back. Right. A little to the, little more to the right. Right. That's it. That's where it was.
That's it.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. And that's where you guys stay. But so you guys basically had to travel all the way through town to get to the inn. But and then I'll say, if you want to know where Spark woke up, Spark was a little bit more into the suburban area.
Okay.
Like she was probably somewhere like, if you see that sort of small opening, like there's like a bunch of houses and then you've drawn a line. There's like a little area. I should go over and mark this myself, but I didn't because I couldn't figure out how to do it. What, you messaged me. What did you say?
So, okay. So hard to navigate!
I believe in you. You can do it.
Lee, you are so organized, and it is a blessing to me as like the most disorganized player.
This is the only thing I'm ever organized in, is fucking D&D stuff. That's the only thing, and it's the DM instinct. That's all it is.
You were probably closer. You were probably closer to the park, which is like that big square that's in the suburban area.
This one?
That you probably woke up somewhere around there in like an alleyway squished between like a couple of like really tall houses, and like that's where Sylvia found you and then like took you back to the guild hall. But yeah.
Hey, you know what would be great if you just pressed Control 3. That'd be wonderful.
I'm not doing anything you tell me to do.
What does that do?
Oh, that would have just that would have swapped it over to the tab of Spark's backstory.
I was wondering if that was that shit. I almost hit Spark's backstory when I was switching to the
Spark.
So close and so far away. Darn
Dude,
it.
Spark was zooted. I hate that. I hate that I just said that.
That is the thing you just said, or almost.
Sure.
No, Eraser, why? Why did you do this to me? No. And Pen, why? No. Sorry, drawing problems.
Sheet is, by the way. I'm not sure if it still shows it on that screen, but it's very pretty. Because it might just be set so you can only see the map tab, because I have 2 monitors, so it's a whole thing.
Okay, well maybe.
We saw the pretty character sheet.
She has a flower crown on
Rick,
it.
how do I...
But yes, anyway. Now that map has been sorted.
Yes.
Horned owl. Oh, he's got ears!
Hmm?
Sorry. I forgot what horned owls look like for a moment.
Yeah,
He's
horned
so
owls
cute.
are really cute.
They're so cute.
They have ears.
They
And
do.
it's like,
They
yeah.
got like big ears.
Now Raven has a friend that now she gets thank you. I wonder if I can make a bird look pissed off and done.
Shit.
Can I do it?
All right, hold on. I actually might want to
bird.
go. Oh no, what have I done? Oh, I did something.
What did you do?
Oh, that's okay. I opened something I wasn't supposed to open. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Not D&D related. No, not D&D related at all. I just opened up, like, I started opening up Minecraft.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's it. It's fine.
Empty layer.
Okay, but if Bob ends up sticking around, I wonder if he's gonna end up being Raven's common sign.
That's much better. Look at that. Okay. That'll be much better, so I can do that number. But yes, we can continue playing while I fuck around with map stuff.
Okay, cool. Do you guys want the other map?
No.
Oh,
the other map?
Well, the map that listen, I found this cool fantasy map generator, and then I started making a bunch of town maps. Okay, I was dicking around with it earlier today. But I also made one that I guess Gloria would have given you of Rectum. So hold on, let me.
Did you just call it Rectum?
Rectrum.
Dude, the name keeps getting better and better.
It's such a bad name.
I respect you for sticking with it, though.
There's no point. Oh, come on. Never mind. My computer files thing is crashing. So, hey, if I drop the chat, just assume I disconnected from my internet. So,
okay.
Hopefully I won't. There we go. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Hold on. I was just about to send this to our GM page. Let's not do that. Come on. I don't want to. How do I stop watching you stream?
Oh, I can stop it. Hold on, I forgot. Stop streaming. There we go.
Oh. Oh shoot! I thought I left the call for a second. Oh. Okay.
No.
We're fine. We're good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about nothing. Anyway, so this is the town. Come on. I'm sorry, my internet is doing funny things right now, and I don't think it's very funny.
Big city internet is fantastic.
So this is the map that Gloria would have given you guys of Rickdrum. It's a much smaller community. It's very much a sort of like if you're heading somewhere. This is like the in between town that you pass through to get somewhere else. I'm gonna say because I couldn't figure out how to put forests down. The entire between those 4 roads, that's all forested. The bottom 3 are a little more open and they're more hilly, and it's very steep hills surrounding that area. And when you guys are traveling, you're gonna come in from the southernmost, the leftmost southern road. That's the road that you guys would travel on to get to that town. I'm gonna give you that information now so I don't forget. But because I'm still learning how to use this thing, but I was just having fun.
So far, yeah.
Anyway. Yes. So those are the 2 that I made right now. I also made one for Iron Tide, but I don't want to give that to you just now. Maybe I'll give it to you later.
But
later.
Cool.
Anyway, so you guys have this. You've gained an owl. Would you like to send him out on his first mission and write a letter to Daniel, or?
Yes. yes, I need to send him on his mission now.
Okay.
I kind of left Daniel without anything.
Yeah, you guys just kind of said, "Hey, your husband's alive," and then just left. Like,
yeah, I feel bad about that. Like,
I'm not even married, but yep. So if you want, yeah, you can easily find parchment and paper. That's not a problem. You can make up a little letter and give it to him. Make me an animal handling check.
Animal handling check? One more? Okay, cool.
Yeah, because this is I'm gonna get you to make one every time you want to send a letter, because this is gonna be like a, hey, how long is it gonna take for him to get there and find the person you're trying to send a letter to?
All right, I got 17.
17 total?
17 total, yeah.
Yeah, it takes a little while for him to get used to you, but after you kind of do some explaining of like, okay, listen, he looks like this, you gotta find him, he lives at like the creepy shoe, just deliver the letter. Yeah. It takes you. I'm gonna say it takes most of the time you guys are using to dick around in town to just tell the owl where to go before the owl gets you. You get the sense that he gets the idea and then begins to take off. Now you can only hope and pray that he gets there. Yes. So, but it takes you a good 2 hours to even tell the owl where to go. So you managed.
I've got a nickname for Daniel that Raven's gonna continuously use. He's gonna call him Scales.
Okay. If you want to write down exactly what you find in the if you want to write down exactly what you send to him, I'll actually type you out a letter in return to him. I'll DM it, and I'll just DM it directly to me, and I'll DM it back to you, and then whatever information I give you, you get the choice of sending it to the party. Because I'm assuming this is something Raven's doing without telling everybody else, unless you tell everybody else.
Nah.
Mhm.
So just a random bird's gonna visit us, and we're gonna be like, "What is going on?" You're gonna be like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bought a bird. I sent it away.
But yeah, you don't have to write it right now. But I do want you to write me at least if not the actual letter, just write me what you're trying to say in it. It doesn't need to be that long. You could just write "Hey Daniel, how's Lewis?" I could be literally anything, but I want to know so then I know how Daniel would respond to seeing it. But I hope you address it from Raven. But I hope.
Yeah, just forgets to tell him who it's from.
Exactly. A weird bird showed up to my house with a letter. That's weird. But yes.
Who the fuck is Scales?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Easy enough to do, but it does take you the entire time. So you sadly cannot go prop shopping. Puud and Peirs, on the other hand, you guys are having a. Why is it whenever you two get together, you guys just have a great time?
Bros, I love them.
Well, that's because there's no drama. We just go and hang.
Yeah.
Y'all just go fucking hang out. It's great.
It's so good. It's so wholesome. Anyway, yeah, you guys, easy enough. You guys go, and you guys could return later. I don't know, anything else you guys want to do in the 2 hours that you have to spend to, hang out? I mean, you guys do purchase your gizmos and gadgets.
Yeah. So I'm guessing we just walk around the market. Is there anything there that's catches our eye?
Yeah, it stands out. Anyone, I'm also wandering through the market. I'm window shopping.
Oh, okay.
So I'm probably hanging with Peirs and Puud.
Anything that catches your eye. I don't. There's some good places that seem to smell like they're some really good food, and more closer to the closer to the main road. There's a small sort of jeweler's shop, because you can see there's two roads that go straight through it, and so alongside one of the roads there's a jeweler's shop that you guys could potentially look for a gem at if you wanted to.
You could look for your diamonds. They're probably cheaper here for a better worth.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm going to go and try to bargain.
Oh God. Okay, let's just get the base. Let's just get the base price first, okay?
Let's do this a little more professional this time, all right?
I am very professional right now.
And I say that as I have the blanket cape and the baseball cap on.
Yes. I don't. Let's just take it slow, okay? Be careful. It'll yeah.
No need. I got this.
I don't believe
I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna walk in.
All right. there's a like a larger sort of dwarven man. He seems older. He's got like that black thick beard with like a little bit of some white hairs in it. And he's dressed in like a fairly nice suit. And he's standing there and he goes, "Oi, how can I help you today?"
Friend, I am here for diamond.
We have plenty of diamonds, he says, and points to his like glass case full of different diamonds. Some are on like necklaces and rings and stuff, and he's like, "Anything you were looking for in particular?"
Oh, I'm just looking down this. I can't decipher any of it. I'm going to shoot a look of "Please help me" over to Spark.
We're looking. Wait, so what can you not decipher? I zoned for just a little bit.
There's just a case of like diamonds and diamond-based things, and I just don't know what is what. And I'm just like, okay.
There's like necklaces and rings and bracelets and stuff. It's like walking into like a people's store. I don't actually know if you guys have people's jewelers.
We need something with a real diamond in it. Something with a real diamond in it, preferably just a diamond on its own, because I'm not sure if we can afford some super fancy jewelry.
Oh.
But we're in the market for how big you. I don't know if you know much about spells, but we're trying to like get some good stuff for big and strong adventures.
He's like, I get it, and he looks down at Putty. He goes, it's one of those. He's like, don't worry. And he goes and he turns to the back and he pulls out this sort of like wooden, like this beautiful like red wood like case of like, and he like pops it open, and inside are just like these like 300, 500 worth diamonds.
Ooh.
And they're just the straight diamonds. A lot of them are uncarved. Like they're like obviously they take the nicer ones and they build jewelry out of them, as this is like a jeweler's place, but he does have some raw ones, as adventurers do tend to come through.
So they'll be cheaper. They'll be worth the right amount, but they'll be cheaper. Yes. Okay. Yeah. How much are they?
He says, so he points to a couple of $300 ones, and he says, or $300 gold ones, and he goes, for these guys, I'll say, he says, I'll make it.
Spark does her best, like, Puss in Boots kitty eyes.
Do you want to roll persuasion right now?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it. Because
like, she's not actively trying to get, like, a thing, but she's definitely trying to get pity discounts.
Go for it. Yeah, go for.
Haha, that wasn't terrible.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
13.
Oh, not terrible.
You won't hate me.
He looks at you and he's like, he doesn't usually see your kind. He goes, and he points to them and he says, I'll give you about 200 for these, or I'll give you 200, or I'll give you 300 for both of them.
300 for both of them?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal.
That is a hell of a deal. That is a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
Okay, how much money do we have together?
I have 81 gold.
I have 81 as well.
I have 90. Okay.
Okay. That's not quite 300. But can we put it on layaway?
For the dudes.
If you guys are coming back, I can put them on hold for you.
What's Paige saying?
Sorry.
I have 57. Because I paid the dude's cart.
We can be back in like half an hour if we go get money from other people, like from our friends real quick. So hold those 300 gold. We will be back.
All right.
Actually, I have some things that might help.
Oh God.
No, it's gems. I have gems.
Oh.
Because I got it from the mimic, right?
Yeah, you did.
That's right.
You got gems from the mimic. And those gems are worth around. I think I told you they were about 60 gold worth of gems.
That would make up the extra.
So I will take those and I'll keep
you watch as he pulls out like one of those like monocle things, and he like zooms in as he inspects each individual gem. He goes, "Oh man, quite a party you have." And he's looking over them, and then he tells you exactly what I told you. He goes, "I'll give you about 60 gold for these." Or
okay.
If you want, I can take them off the price.
That gets us to 312 gold if all of us put all of our money into it.
Okay. Yes, but we can get that later.
So someone take out 12 gold.
Ooh, you good boy.
Oh, baby.
Baby.
Okay, how about put 10 gold of that towards the fund of diamonds, and then give me a pearl worth 50 gold.
He looks and he goes, I'm afraid we don't have a lot of pearls here. You might want to... if you wanted a pearl, there might be a merch from Tanso out closer to the docks, but we don't really have pearls here.
Great, now you made me look like a clown. Ah.
No, we didn't. Okay, so what do we need to put down? Do we want to just spend all of our money now, or do we want to collect money from our friends first?
Let's collect a pool of money first.
Okay, do you need a down payment?
He says, no, I'm gonna hold, we don't often get adventurers in here, so there's a good possibility if you guys want to come back, I'll still have the gems for you.
So this is gonna be 300 level?
Yeah. So this would be...
Is that Revivify, or is that Revivify, or is it, Res?
That is Revivify.
Okay, that's 2 Revivifies for the cost of 1.
Yeah.
Fuck yes, I knew we should have waited until we got to Bahara. Okay.
I mean, also, you guys did almost get arrested last time, so I'm being a little bit more lenient.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So, yeah, we'll be back in like half an hour. We just need to track down our friends.
Not a problem. He closes the chest, locks it up, and puts it in a safe. He's like, I'll see you guys around. You guys can leave. It's not gonna follow you or anything. This door of a gentleman.
Spark puts up two hands to get high fives from Peirs and Puud.
I am going to try to jump in high five, but I'm too short.
She would have put it down a little bit for you.
Okay, then yeah. It takes effort, I guess.
If he really needed up, Hilda would pick him up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go track down friends.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can keep wandering through the market if we want to.
Yeah, I'll say that's easy enough. Raven, you've got an owl. Tanar'ri, what are you doing? Because I haven't heard anything from you.
Oh, yeah, I am,
No, you've got your owl.
You got your owl. What's Tanar'ri doing?
What's Tanar'ri doing? Steven.
I mean, I'm gonna say that I went to the jeweler because I'm kind of like keeping my eye on Spark after last night.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't need a babysitter.
Well, yeah, okay, that's fair.
Okay.
So I'll just say all of you are together except for Raven, and Raven, where do you want to go to train your bird? Are you just gonna go back to the guild hall because that's where you guys are all supposed to meet up in 2 hours anyway?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be at the guild hall.
All right, so I'll say during your training session with your owl friend, all of your friends come over and begging for money, basically.
Wait, do we see the owl?
Yes, Raven does most definitely have an owl.
Ooh, nice. Okay,
That's
could I get something? Could I? And I want to try to pluck just one feather. Just one feather.
Make an animal handling check.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
wait. So someone say a
Professor
number.
Thaddeus.
Someone say a number 1 through 5.
4.
I was
Okay.
gonna say 4.
5.
Ha! Funny you say that.
Did you roll a 4?
Is it
No, I rolled the 5.
Aye!
But then plus 5, that's 10.
10!
So-
Oh! Baseline! Good shit!
It's wisdom based.
Hey, that's real good. No, you actually watch as the owl kind of lets out like a howl, as he didn't like it, but he's not going to bite you. As he just like glares at Puud, but like curls up a little bit closer to Raven.
I'm so sorry.
But you now have 1 owl feather.
Okay, now if I get that pearl, I can fucking cast Identify.
Even though I have it, but you do you.
Well, we still need the components to cast it. It's not.
If any of you want to spare 50 gold and get a pearl, I'll say there is a pearl market, but the pearls, as you guys could head towards like closer to where you guys got off where the ferry dock was. You
Pearls
can find
secondary.
pearls, but
First, we gotta get that. Gotta get the diamonds.
diamonds first, then pearls. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So so you guys return to Raven and you pluck a feather.
Okay, so we need 300 gold.
Great.
Everybody's got 50. Then that should be 300.
No, we just need to give 20 each. Then that's 300 gold.
Is that 300? I don't know if that's 300. I don't know how to
20?
do
Yeah,
math.
20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 300.
From the mimic, right? You got 60 out of that.
That doesn't sound right. What did you say, Peirs?
Did the gems did you not sell?
Oh, no, we sold those. We got 60 gold for
Oh,
that.
you got 60 gold out of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He did take the gems from you and like gave you 60 gold because as a jeweler, he could use them.
Damn, I'm rolling in it, dude. I got 150 gold.
How many 50s?
You did so bad at making money last time. You deserve this.
And there's 6 of us.
What?
6, and there's 6 of us.
Did I guess? Holy shit, I guessed! So that would be 50 gold each?
It would
I don't know. Are there taxes in Fantasy World?
It would be 50 gold each unless Puud wanted to use all of that 60 gold. So then it would be a little bit less for each of you. Hold up. I actually need to pull up a calculator. I'm not good at math.
Well, I'll use the 60 gold, so then everyone else just needs to pay 48.
So, yeah, 300 minus 60, and then, yeah, that's 240. Divide that by 6 people. Everybody pays 40 gold. So if you
40.
want 40.
We'll assume that a high intelligence character came to this conclusion.
Yes.
Unless Puud totally did. But
I mean, I just tried to do the math in my head and I got it wrong. So.
Yeah, you got it. I was wondering if you were in character or if you got that totally wrong, but I'm sitting here out of character like, that's not about, that's not right.
For the sake of my well-being, it was in character.
Yep, that was totally... Listen, Puud intelligence isn't your strong suit. It's understandable.
Okay, I hand over 40 gold then.
Okay, so
Thank you.
Whoa.
And then we buy the diamonds. That's an amazing fucking deal. I'm so glad we went there. Oh my god.
Yeah. You guys can go back.
Who revivifies?
So all of you need to minus 40, or Puud, you have to minus minus 100. But or sorry, not 100. Yeah, no 100. Yeah, you have to get rid of 100. So Pud's paying most of it. I think. Yeah.
Hold up. Before we do that, I want to try and steal the diamonds.
No.
No, please. No, we have to let this steal. We're never going to get to steal again. Don't you dare. This is the best deal in the world. No one is ever going to let us do it again. Please. The last one didn't go well. Can we please not steal? Please. Like, out of character, I am pleading with you.
Roll stealth.
No!
If he wants to do it, I'm gonna let him do it.
Please don't. Please don't.
Steven, I will literally go to your house and pay you not to.
Please don't. I will fucking cash app you. Please.
16 on stealth.
I hate you.
16? That's not very good.
That's not good.
So basically what happened...
Wait.
Wouldn't it be sleight of hand?
Well, no, you have to make sure
you gotta get in first.
You. But the thing is, when all of your friends left, Tanar'ri, you decided to stay around for a little bit longer, and this man is just you. It's just you and him in a store, so he's just watching you the entire time.
Please, he sees you. You can't try it.
You could try to roll sleight of hand, but
please, no. You know he sees you. You know that
he is watching you.
You can lock eyes with this man.
You know that he sees you.
You do know he is watching you, as all of your friends leave, but you don't.
I will kick you out of this fucking party. We're never gonna get
Tanar'ri, I will make sure these diamonds do not go to reviving you. I choose who lives and dies. Don't blow this for us. We need this.
Don't do this, please.
Oh god.
I will literally leave this fucking call and go to your house and give you money.
I have plus 10 to sleight of hand, so it's real tempting.
No! You're gonna have disadvantage at best. Like, please.
Oh, no, you definitely have disadvantage on this roll. She's looking right at you, man.
The DC is gonna be super high. You're gonna have disadvantage. Like, no. He already sees you.
Your ass out of jail, so don't make me turn your ass out of jail.
I will literally give you real life money. Give me your fucking PayPal, and I will give you real life money to not do this.
I don't have a PayPal, and even if I did, I'm not accepting money to persuade my decisions in D&D. I'm thinking it over.
This is not a hard decision. Okay, can we? Okay, at this point, wait, no, because if he's doing this like right away, then we don't have time to like get our
happens.
Go back.
You guys currently, while this is happening, you guys are making your way back to Raven to go get 40
but
40
yeah,
gold off of
Tanar'ri
Raven.
has a decent intelligence stat. He knows that he's been seen.
Oh yeah, Tanar'ri, you know that you and him locked eyes, and he's just kind of watching you like curiously, like, what are you doing, man?
He knows what the fuck you're up to.
He's seen 50 people before.
I am gonna vote you off the island. We are throwing you off the fucking ferry. It is happening. We are taking your ring and we are throwing you off the ferry.
Hey, Tanar, make a perception check. Oh wow.
Oh
Okay.
God, what?
Make a perception check.
Tanar'ri's making it, I think.
Oh, whoa.
And I'm trying dice that roll better than a 6.
Go for it.
Oh no.
Perception.
Sorry, I was
Going for the
very
panic button.
back.
21 perception.
21 perception.
Don't blow this for us.
All right. So with that 21, I also rolled a 21. You're standing there and you're trying to like wait. You're standing there and you're thinking about the choices, as I think you are. And you sit there and you watch as this dwarven man. Quickly, his hands. You don't see his hands.
Oh my
they
God!
move from above the table to
calling the cops
to under his desk. And he's not taking his eyes off you, but he's definitely moving something around under where you know he stored the
Tanar'ri,
diamonds.
if you get fucking killed for trying to steal from here, we will not heal you.
Dude, this
straight up, you will fucking die.
This is just a gas station. You're about to get shot. This is not.
This is actually the nicer part of town.
This dwarf is either gonna fucking call the cops on you or kill you, and if you go to jail, we will not bail you out, and if he kills you, we will not bring you back to life. Because we won't be able to, because he won't sell us the fucking
You don't know what he's doing because you can't directly see his hands under the table, but you tell he's doing something, and you don't know.
Just try to play it off as being like, yeah, I'm just here chilling because I know they'll be back in a second.
I am about to commit a murder if you go through with this.
A body has been discovered.
What are you doing, man?
Okay. Well, since his attention is on me, I'm gonna go over to him and say, "Hey, my."
I was saving that this instant. Oh, that's perfect.
My friends really need that diamond. Is there any way, without them knowing, I could make it a little bit cheaper for them?
Cheap, please.
Here, make a persuasion check. Persuasion. Persuade.
If only this man was on the platform.
3.
So much easier.
23?
23.
23.
Goddamn.
Nice.
He looks you over and he kind of goes, I was a man just like you back in the day.
Oh God.
And he goes, I'm afraid I just can't give up my business. But he pulls up a small piece of parchment and slides it across the desk to you. And can you read Thieves' Cant?
I can read Thieves' Cant, yes.
Written in Thieves' Cant is an address. And he says, I suggest you check. He's like, I'm afraid I can't lower my prices, but you could check that out.
Oh shoot!
Oh my God!
Shit. Oh shit!
He was gonna out-thief you. He was gonna fucking out-thief you. Spy versus spy shit.
So he gives you that piece of parchment, and he doesn't give you diamonds. So sorry. But
I'm gonna say thank you very much, and I'm gonna wait outside the store for the rest of the party to return.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Like 10 minutes later, everybody returns. You've got 40 more gold, and you guys can go inside. The purchase can be made, and he thanks you for your business. Giving Tanar'ri a little bit of a wink. You guys don't know what that's about, but yeah, you guys, in exchange for 300 gold, Puud, you have now gained 300 gold worth diamonds. Sorry, hold up. What is this? Did you send me the? Oh, okay, you're sending me the letter now. Okay, cool. Sorry.
I realized if I and yeah, I done thought.
Yeah. No, you can do that. I'm not. That letter isn't in a rush. We're probably not going to touch it on it until next game at this point because I need some time to process exactly what's happening on that island because I just kind of I put Tansel on pause for a moment. So you'll have to give me some DM time to think about it. But yeah, so no rush on the letter at all. Oh, also, yeah, it's most definitely. I'm not gonna write what it says in Thieves' Cant to you, Tanar'ri, but you could definitely tell it is a address for a location. And it's like a direction. Like you like it's like you have to take a cart out of town like a certain amount of distance, and then there's like an off turn to something called the Stone Shed. And then that's kind of where he leads you if you want to get more illegal minerals. Is that in the same
direction that we'd be going anyway?
You don't know. Unless, Tanar'ri, have you been looking at the map? You might know if you're heading on the map. But
Sorry, you were cutting out a little bit there for me.
Oh, sorry. So, have you looked at the map that Gloria gave you, that gave the party? I don't know who she gave exactly the map to. I'm assuming Hilda, because Hilda just seems to be the map keeper. The designated map keeper. So I'm not sure if you've looked over it, but Tanar'ri, if you want, you can ask for the map from Hilda, and you can identify where it is. So I'm not sure if you know, unless you want to do that now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hey Hilda, can I have a quick look at that map?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, easy enough. With some ciphering of a location, you're not familiar with this island, but you actually tell that this is in fact in the same direction.
Ooh.
It's a little before you guys get to Rectrum, but it is like in that.
And what's it called?
It's called the Stone Shed is what it was identified as. Obviously this place doesn't have a real name unless that is its real name. You don't know. All you know is it's closer. It's more pushed up on. It's how to because it's written in Thieves' Cant, so it's not exactly like word for word. This is a letter. It's more like detail. Like it's like sort of details. So it's like take cart 1 hour up mountain south up mountain westward. Stone shed red flowers, and that's what you get. Which technically, because since Thieves' Cant is such a for many years, it's still used amongst the thieves guilds and stuff. But so many different thieves guilds can use very similar Thieves' Cants. So it's different from each island for each thieves guild. But it's very similar, so it's it's a little harder to understand, but you can kind of get a general gist of where this is trying to tell you to go. So if you want, you could tell the party, hey, let's check this place out, or not. That's up to you.
Yeah, do you tell the party about it?
I'm gonna hold on to it for now.
I'm not gonna say you stole them, but...
Okay.
You don't know what his business practices are.
Anything else that we want to do before we get our cart stuff? Because it seems like we're all kind of together now.
Ooh, quickly, I need to get food for Curtis.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Isn't that just money?
No, he doesn't eat money. He's a snake. He lives in money. He doesn't eat
I thought he was
money.
a magic snake that ate money. I'm sorry.
No.
Not like a worm.
I don't know. He's a magic snake. I don't know what magic snakes eat. I don't know what regular snakes.
Yes, Curtis is a little
snaky.
Curtis is a little disappointed that you spent most of his housing. But
well, I still have a sizable amount of money, and also he's now chilling with the diamonds, so that's also cool.
Oh yeah, he's like, okay, well you took away a good portion of my gold, but I now have 2 very large diamonds, so he's a little upset, but also yin and yang, this is all right, kind of. But yeah, if you want to get some food for him, you most definitely could get like some jerky and stuff or like some like basically like meat-based rations for him if you want. I'll say that's only going to be about 2 silver. It's not that expensive to get around food. So, oh, someone's phone went off. But yeah, so that's what you guys get.
Cool.
I am good to go.
So that's everything you guys want to do while you're in town.
As we're walking around throughout the day, do I see Sylvia and Ereve at all?
Yeah. I'll say if you're looking for them, they're definitely like walking around together, kind of doing just like buddy laps. Like obviously, I'll say like while you're like walking around shopping between the jeweler's place and stuff, or like if you go with Spark, just like window shopping. Like you'll see them and they're kind of like walking around together, and they kind of just like look like 2 best friends, like just like walking and talking and just like having a good time. And when Arva doesn't notice you, Hilda, she actually looks like she's very content with her life here. I'll give you that. Okay. When you see her, she's just like she seems to just be be food. That's fine. I was actually saying, do you want to take 5 minutes because I'm kind of hungry and I want to grab food as well. But
Sure.
And then we'll pick back up when you guys hit on the road and we can figure out.
I started getting really hungry when you just started describing the shops and stuff in the market.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's all take 5, grab some snacks, and we'll come back.
Back by
Anyway,
yeah.
I don't have
D&D.
In D&D, you guys all get back. It's about 2 hours. Raven, you sent off your letter. And you hope it gets there. Yeah, and then you guys wait around, and eventually Gloria comes back, and she has sort of like a cart with her. She goes, "All right, I got you guys this cart. Please bring it back in one piece. It's a rental. It's basically a rental. Well, we're gonna have to charge you if you break it, but
I understand that.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just at least try to like take care of it." And she kind of helps you out with the maps that she gave you. She says, if you follow this road, it's straight this way.
See where to try.
Yeah, and she goes, it's straight this way. Hopefully you guys will get there. She says, if you leave, you guys could probably, since she said it's about a days-long trip, you guys could probably get around halfway there before the nightfall, because you spent most of your day just like dicking around town.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to leave now, you can, or you can spend the rest of the day dicking around town, but then you have to pay another 3 gold for all of you to stay. So yeah.
Fuck it, time to go.
All right.
I'm good.
It'll be cheaper in the small area.
Yeah.
Wait in the cart. Let's go. We're broke.
Wait, so who knows how to drive a cart?
Peirs and Hilda said they did.
Oh, okay, that's good. Because no idea.
For me. That is a no for me.
Trust my driving? Ouch.
No, I trust your driving. It's just, I'm glad I do not have to drive.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Book.
Hey, hello, Kaleb. You good?
Hi, sorry. No, my connection just jumped for a second. I'm fine.
Wait. Sorry. You just called it a washroom.
Yeah, it's the washroom.
At least he didn't call it the loo.
It's a bathroom.
My
Okay.
grandparents live in Scotland. They're elderly Scottish people.
Okay, that's not the point. I'm getting distracted. Sorry. Continue with D&D.
Jesus Christ! Don't make fun of us.
I call it. I gotta know.
Yeah. Anyway. But anyway, yes. So you guys managed to. You guys can head out. She says goodbye, and you guys all watch as Sylvia sort of makes wide. And she waves goodbye to you, Spark, and she's like, "Have a good travel." And you guys are able to start off on the road. Do you guys want to make perception checks while you're driving, or anything you guys want to do? Who is driving right now?
Who is driving?
Is it Raven or Peirs?
I'll drive. I'll drive.
I guess Dante isn't here, so Raven drives by default.
Wait, Kaleb.
Yeah.
While we're on the road, could I use, as I've coined it, Saloon's brain box to try to figure out anything about stone giants?
Paige, say something.
Make me a wisdom check.
Nice.
I think I just heard you, Paige.
Okay, just straight wisdom?
This is a memory thing, not an intelligence thing, so this would be wisdom.
God damn it, if I can cocked.
Okay, so for perception, I
good?
No.
Roll with advantage.
While that roll happens,
Okay.
I'll
Good.
give you advantage. Go for it.
Let me see if I can hear Paige.
Oh, sorry.
Hello?
Okay, yes.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
You're very quiet, but it's okay.
Talking.
God damn it, that one's cocked too.
You gotta project.
I got a 22 for perception, if that matters.
Yeah, roll for
Oh,
perception.
I also want to roll perception.
Can you guys put your numbers in the dice chat, just so we kind of get that started, because we haven't actually used the dice chat yet?
Oh.
Did you get another nat 1?
Yeah, with advantage.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I'll say you do manage using Saloon's brain box.
Advantage. Oh my god.
I mean, I thought it would be investigation because it's like. Alright, never mind. Don't worry about it.
No. This is it's not investigation. It's just
Either way,
perception.
I fail.
Yeah, I'll say for flavor. Peirs is just intently watching you, Puud, as you sit there and you're like trying to meditate, but like there's a lot of noise going on around you, and it's so hard to find that sort of link that you need to be able to access the brain box. And since you're on a bumpy road, you keep jumping every now and then, and you weigh like 60 pounds, so you're kind of like jostling around, and it's like really hard to concentrate. So sadly, you were unable to connect. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the chat again.
Okay.
But yes, I'll say Raven and Spark, as you two are kind of doing perception and looking out. But it's a pretty nice and open day. There doesn't seem to be any there's no sort of difficulties on the road. Is Tanar'ri looking for the path? Because I think you said you didn't tell them.
Tanar'ri is like. I did not tell them, so I'm gonna say that I'm like.
Roll perception for me then. If you didn't tell them, roll perception for me, because right now, Raven and Spark, you guys, there are a few roads that lead off onto different roads and trails, and you assume that they lead to other places. But you were told to stick to that road, and Raven, with your driving, you don't know anything about Tanar'ri's quest. You guys, you're just gonna keep driving forward, I'm assuming. But Tanar'ri, make me a perception check. So because
too loud, I cannot.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very loud. I'm sorry. But 16%.
This isn't your bet.
Oh, sorry.
You're doing great.
Oh, thank you. Okay, great. So, yeah, Hilda. There's no disturbances. There's nothing that catches your attention besides it just being a bumpy sort of like gravel road. It's not like paved with like nice cobblestones like they are in town. So it's a little bumpy, but it's not a bad ride at all. Tanar'ri with a 9.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah?
So the note specifically mentioned red flowers, I believe?
Yes. And there are not a lot of flowers. There are not a lot of flowers along the sides of the road. But if you're specifically looking for red flowers, you do find like a patch of like almost like poppies that are growing on like the side of the road that's like on the side of like sort of like the fork in the road where you guys would eventually turn. I'm trying to think directions here. Let's say if you guys were heading left, this fork in the road would make you guys turn right.
Okay.
And there are poppies going towards the right, like on the right end of like the fork of the road. You do recognize them as red flowers, but besides that, there's no like distinct, like sneaky path. I'll give you that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go stop, and say I think we need to go this way and like gesture towards the red flowers.
What?
Say that.
we were given?
Yeah, that's not part of the direction.
Yeah, that's not what Gloria said.
I mean, you're the one driving the carts.
Pretty sure
If I'm correct, trust me, it's going to be worth it.
Okay.
Okay, why do you say that?
I'm gonna can I hide the parchment?
Easy enough. It's like it's like 2 inches, and you could just like crumple it up into a ball and shove it in your pocket. It's not hard to hide.
I'm just gonna say, a friend suggested there might be something valuable to us this way.
Okay.
Like money valuable, or like.
Sorry, I can't hear with everything going on.
Oh, sorry.
Like money valuable, or like. Oh, fucking God, I'm so sorry. It's so.
Sorry. I was gonna say, is this like a friend, or a friend that wants to kill you kind of friend? Friend who's backstabbed in the past, friend, or an illegitimate friend?
You have a weird definition of friend.
I have a very large group of friends. Friends, right? Yeah. What kind of friends are you dealing with here?
Someone I think I can trust.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. That's weird, but I mean, like, I guess we can take a little time off. We're not like on a super tight deadline.
The Giants were pretty far away from that town, so I mean, what's a little detour?
That sounds like famous last words, but let's do it.
All right. So Raven,
this is a terrible idea.
Onto the other road.
Oh God, we're gonna get fucking lost. Okay, Spark is 100% constantly using the Wanderer ability, so she is kind of memorizing the road and the layout of the forest, so we're not gonna get lost.
And if you want, you could take if you take the map from Hilda, you guys can draw draw your own map of the roads in between, because it's like you got the map of one town and you got the map of another town, so you could connect them, draw your own road if you want on the back of a piece of parchment. I'll let you do that. But if you want to draw something up physically, I'm gonna get you to make a dexterity check.
Hold on, let me type up my this part of the notes. Or let me just hold on real quick. Dexterity check. Oh shit.
You're a monk, it's not hard.
Can it be Yeah, that's a 9.
Oh, okay, well is any
if it's an acrobatics check, it can be a 12.
Nope. This is you're just writing something down. So, hey, it looks like a map. You've got a couple
if
of
I can understand
circles.
it, that's all that matters. No one else
knows what the hell this is. It kind of looks like a penis.
Hell yeah.
But and Tanar'ri, if you want to keep pointing out, the road does keep going for a while, and it does sort of curve and turn, and there's more forks in the road. Where one sort of road is identified by the red flowers. So if you want to keep pointing out where you need to go, Tanar'ri, you can kind of take navigational lead if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. With your 9, red flowers are not super difficult to find. Eventually the road, though, instead of its paved sort of gravel, sort of bumpy, very determined road, the road kind of turns off, and it's just this very soft dirt that is not traveled on as often. As you guys are moving higher up the mountain, there's a small sort of everything is very elevated, as the mountain takes up majority of the island, and you guys were gonna keep heading down on a flatter ground plane to the other town, but taking this path, you were going up the mountain slightly. And it's probably a good half hour to probably 45 minutes until you actually reach you get into a more forested area, a forested patch on the side of the mountain. And there is a almost a stone, it almost looks there's a stone sort of sort of like almost like a snow entryway with like a very large like locked wooden door just on the side of the mountain. There's no house, but it looks like an entry to go into Vahara, which is the city within the mountain. As most of you who live on this island or heard of this island knows, I've referenced it before. Vahara, the island, and Vahara, the city. It's very much like New York, New York, in that sense.
New York.
Vahara.
Vahara. That's it.
This throws me off every time you say this name because my name is Vari, and so it's so similar. It's just a little too similar, and my brain keeps getting triggered like it's my name.
I'm sorry. Listen.
Don't apologize. I think it's very funny.
I have to know, why is there like New York in Canada? Wait, no, we have a New York, don't we?
Yeah.
Ontario?
Yeah.
Is it like United States New York, or is it like...
No, the city itself, you guys have not been inside the city. The city itself is not based off of anywhere in the world. This is like completely fictional city, but the way it's named is very similar to like New York, New York, or Ontario, Ontario. You know, generally it's like the island is named after the big city that takes up most of the island, or the island is named after the big city's named after the island. So it's very much that situation. You haven't been in the city itself, but you could tell that like where you are, there's a sort of like a stone archway that kind of like pokes out a little bit, and it looks like a very like poorly crafted like stone sort of like shed against the side of the mountain. And then you guys could stop. And you guys, I don't know what you guys want to do. Inspect the door or whatever.
Is this what we're here for?
Is this it?
Yeah.
Go in.
The door is locked.
So, I'm gonna tell the rest of the party thing now. I'm gonna like tell them about. I was gonna try and steal the diamonds for us. But the guy seemed nice and was watching for me, so I tried to find a way to make a better deal, and how he gave me the parchment, and I'm going to show them the parchment with the Thieves' Cant on it.
I'm pretty sure none of you can read it, but generally...
I can't read Thieves' Cant.
This is
my background.
Weird.
Oh yeah, so if you know Thieves' Cant, you'd be able to read it.
I don't think I can.
Okay.
You have to be a rogue, don't you?
It feels like you should read it.
With
but
your
it
background,
is kind of a rogue thing.
With your background, I'll say yes. If you want to add that to your list of languages, I'll give that to you, like DM-wise, but this is usually a very roguish Thieves Guild kind of
Okay, so
thing.
Raven can...
So it's not Mafia. So I'll say you've seen Thieves' Cant before, totally, and you could probably, if you were to sit down with this thing for like 10-ish, 20-ish minutes, you could probably decipher it. But like at a glance, you kind of you recognize it as Thieves' Cant, but you can't really read it.
Thieves' Cant. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like so you had a little bonding with the storekeep. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So the door is locked.
Two ways that this story goes. One, this is a place that we were sent to be robbed, or two, there is something that something behind that door that could be helpful. Whether that is good helpful or not so helpful, I don't know yet.
Safe place, do you like have to break in? Is that like the first test kind of thing? Is that why it's locked?
You have no clue. There's no details on how to get inside on the letter. It's just how to get there.
Do you want to break in?
Yes, I'm gonna kick the door down.
Well, no. Wait, no. Pick the lock. Pick the lock.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
Go for it. Roll
Is
for
that sleight of hand?
Yep, sleight of hand. Sleight of hand plus your it's sleight of hand plus your proficiency modifier because you're proficient with thieves' tools. So.
Well, I have expertise with thieves' tools and expertise with sleight of hand.
So it would be plus your expertise with thieves' tools and sleight of hand. So yeah, it's whatever modifier that is. I don't know. I haven't seen your character sheet, so.
Basically, So it's just my sleight of hand since I have expertise with that.
Yeah, it would just be
Because I have plus 10 to sleight of hand.
Yeah, so it's whatever that is.
Okay. It's just because I technically have expertise in thieves' tools, which would make it like technically a plus 16 if you gave me that, and that seems a little bit unfair.
That is not necessary.
That's pretty good. Holy shit.
Well, I rolled a nat 18, so I'm gonna assume that with a plus 10 sleight of hand.
Yeah, easy enough. Sorry, you open this lock, and it's like weird. Like it's like an immediate sort of like recognition of this lock, and so it's like this would be a very complicated lock to someone who wasn't familiar with like thieves and like thief guilds, and you immediately like click done. The door swings open, and immediately you are greeted by a elven man holding a dagger directly at the door, and he's pointing it directly at you, Tanar'ri. And he looks you up and down, and he just goes, "Say your business." It's a sort of a very tall elven man with like dark hair that's like kind of like messy, and he's kind of got like black leather armor on, and he's just like holding a knife as he must have been standing guard, you assume. And he heard the door just being picked, and he's holding a knife to you.
How rude.
Okay.
Did we forget to knock?
And he's just holding a knife. He does see you with the thieves' tools, so he's not immediately going in for an attack, but he's definitely on guard, and he's like, "State your business."
Oh, Tanar'ri, is this your friend?
Hey, pal, put the knife down and let him fucking talk before you do anything. Hal.
Oh. It's
like there's a good 2 feet between you guys. So like the knife's not at your throat, but it's definitely he's holding it just straight out in front of him.
Just lower it
I'm
and
gonna
be
very
calm.
carefully show him the parchment and say I was sent by a friend.
He looks at the parchment, and then like he seems to recognize the sort of the writing, and he goes, "Ah, so Salty sent ya," and he just like puts his knife away, and he goes, "Come on in," and he like steps aside and lets you guys enter, and immediately what you see is just a staircase that descends downward, for like it's a steep staircase that just descends straight down, and it's all of the walls and the floor are made out of complete stone. It looks like this was like carved into the mountain to get in there. But you guys, he said he gotta put you away, and he identifies the note and the man who sold you the diamonds as Salty. So, yeah.
Fluffy.
Salty!
That is a beautiful name. Fluffy.
Salty spittoon.
Salty!
Fluffy. Yes, Fluffy.
So, are you guys gonna, like, head down?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. We're here now. Tanar'ri goes first.
Tanar'ri, this is a very familiar space for you. And Raven, this is even a little familiar for you as well, as this is immediately the way, like, things are laid out, and there's poker tables and stuff. This is a thieves guild. You have walked straight into a thieves guild, with no idea of who to talk to, but there's like a mixture of like there's humans, there's dwarves, there's actually a very high elf population and half elf population around these parts, as you could just like glance over the crowd. Many different people from many walks of life. I'll even say you see a few like tieflings mixed in the bunch, and like there's a few like half orcs and stuff. It's a very mixed bunch, but all of them seem to be wearing very similar all black sort of like armor with like a sort of like a dark gray sort of like undershirt. So they all have like a fairly similar uniform, but they're all very roguish.
Okay.
I'm about to ask a very important question.
All right.
I'm a little bit scared of what the answer could be.
Oh God.
Okay.
I don't
Do you
like that.
recognize any of the tieflings?
No. No. There's like I'll say there's probably about 3 like tieflings in the area compared to everyone else around. Like, it's a very low population of tieflings. You don't recognize any of them. There's no, yeah.
He doesn't recognize them?
No, I don't think you would recognize anybody. There's you could if you guys want, you could start asking around to see where you guys might be able to find some jewels and stuff if you guys want to. Oh.
Okay.
It's all
so
good.
Why are we here though, Tanar'ri? Like what was the point? Cool people, but like what was the point? Are we making friends? Are we buying things? Are we doing drugs? Why are we here?
Is there like a bar?
There is, yeah. There's a definitely sort of like a rounded bar that's like attached to the side, and there seems to be sort of like a half-orc woman that's just like cleaning the glass, and there's like a few people sat at the bar. There's like 2 dwarven fellas and like 1 half-orc, sorry, not one, and then 1 half-elf man, and the 3 of them just seem to be like having like sort of like a brotherly conversation and laughing about whatever it might be.
Is there anybody that like stands out like as particularly suspicious, or I mean,
Everybody.
these all are probably kind of shady people.
Everybody's a shady person in this. Everybody is shady.
But nobody stands out.
Is there any place at the bar where like it's away from other people?
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's not
what did you,
That's a 17.
17. Sorry, Puud. What did you want?
No, do that first.
Okay, 17. With a 17, there are a few. I think what does catch your eye, especially since Tabaxi are a very rare race. There is a Tabaxi sort of mingling with some of the other people, and he seems to be playing a game of poker.
I know him.
No, you don't recognize him. He just happens to be a Tabaxi that is just playing poker.
Oh my god. Heart attack. Okay. Oh. Fuck. Okay. Whew. I'm gonna go get a drink if we're gonna hang out here for a little bit. Okay.
And Spark, after that little fucking just goes to the bar.
Hold up. I'm gonna roll something. Hold up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
There.
Sorry,
oh no.
Continue. What were you saying? Sorry.
Oh, I wanted to go to the bar and I wanted to like sit a bit away from people and like just make sure to hold on to just like actually no, because if anyone tries to steal anything, Curtis will just bite them. So I'm just gonna sit down at the bar somewhere.
That's true. You have a defense system.
You do. But yep. Yeah. Sorry. So let's go through. Paige, did you want to do? Or Hilda, did you want to do something?
Hilda is definitely at the bar with Spark.
Okay.
Cool. I need to talk.
So I think everybody just went to the bar then. That means.
Pretty much.
I'm also gonna say, Spark, because you made eye contact with the Tabaxi male, and then you kind of had to sort of take a double take before you realize you have no clue who this man is. He actually notices you, and he kind of puts down his cards, and he begins to get up and walk in your direction. This is not a man you know. But
I don't know him.
Am
I like certain I don't know him?
Yeah, I don't know. Roll. I don't.
Oh God.
You don't. Listen. I don't know how certain you are, but you don't recognize his face as he kind of just like walks up, and he's like very much like trying to like be all like, so what's a cute girl like you doing around here? He's very much
that's what it is. Okay. Spark's like, oh hi.
Should Raven step in?
If you want to, Raven. He's very much
Sparky
like
doesn't look super uncomfortable yet. She was scared, but she's
no, and he's very much like, can I get you a drink? And he's like, definitely try to put some moves on her.
I won't turn down a free drink.
Yeah, and so he like waves the bartender over, and he'll buy only Spark a drink. So everyone else, it's gonna be it's gonna be 1 copper for a drink, and it's real shit ale. Like it's like kind of gross.
I'll grab an ale and then I want to walk over to the poker game.
Okay, where the guy just like left his cards.
Steal a spot. Steal a spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal a spot.
I'll say
No,
steal a spot.
There's like
going with the pot.
Oh wait, so you just gonna like stand behind him as like a bodyguard?
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, yeah.
He looks.
All right, fellas, deal me in.
You actually watch this. I'll say it's like there's like a half orc and like a dwarven man and then like a elven man, and all three of them just turn and look down at you, Puud. And then they look. Make a persuasion check.
Okay, I'm gonna use. I only have 2 dice left that haven't rolled me natural ones yet. Oh, that's pretty good actually. That's pretty good.
Hey.
It's pretty bad. I thought I was gonna have to do
persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
persuasion. That would be a 20, non-natural.
Jesus.
Well, that definitely beats the 3 that I rolled.
I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
You actually watch as like the elven man kind of leans over to like the half orc, whispers something, and then immediately the elven man starts dealing out cards, and he looks to you, Peirs, and he goes, "You want to join in? We're bet," and then you actually look at the table, and they're betting actual like copper coins, silver coins, and gold coins. And they kind of look over and they're like, "Well, you want to play?" They're off. There is like other chairs besides the one that you totally stole, Puud.
I don't care. I know.
Yeah.
So like
Okay, I'm gonna take 3 gold and the 12 human teeth I have, and then push it towards the center of the pot.
Oh my god!
Immediately when you pull out the bones, the half orc kind of like his eyes kind of widen, and he pulls out a spine and puts it on the table. You do not know what animal
That's my kind of man.
It's a spine, and he puts it on the table.
I'm not playing, but I'm gonna hand out one of the spider fangs that I got.
And I'm gonna throw that back on the table and go.
Okay, and now, we're gonna.
I haven't even gotten cards yet. I'm just putting money into the pot.
All right, I'm going to roll. I'm gonna roll 3d6, and I want you to roll 3d6. And I'm gonna roll 3d6 3 different times for each of the men. And then that's what they're gonna get, and then whoever gets the highest number in total gets the pile.
Blessings to that.
Can Raven come watch?
Oh, 100%. This is just happening in the middle of the bar. Okay. Hold up. I actually have to write this down because I only have 3d6 right now.
Okay.
All right. If you want, you could try and cheat.
No, I'm fine. I'm just glad this is where all my luck is going because I want that spine.
All right. Well, okay.
It's fine.
I gotta roll for the other 2 now.
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
I'm okay that I rolled 1s nonstop because it's worth it for this.
All right. Okay, I've got my numbers.
Oh no.
First of all, because that one first of all, I'll say the dwarven man kind of like lets out a huff and shows his cards as he's lost with a 4. And then they all look, and then but the elven man seems to trying to hide a poker face, and the has a pretty good poker face, and the orcish man is also holding a poker face as they like look between you. And then the elven man kind of goes, and then he kind of goes, "Are we dropping?"
I'm staying in.
All right. So the elven man, the elven man drops his cards. He had a 10, and then the orc drops his cards. He has a 5. What did you roll?
I rolled a 17.
Fuck, dude!
Yeah.
Immediately, they're dropping their cards, and they like, especially the elf. He's pretty confident. He doesn't want the bones, but he wants that money. And then you go and put
massive 2 6s and a 5.
Wait, I'm gonna No. First, I'm gonna like lock eyes with him, and then I want to raise. All right.
What are you raising? What are you raising?
I'm going to throw my hat of vermin in.
No.
No, not that.
That
I mean,
is
I guess he's already won. I guess he's
that
already
is a
won.
magic item.
All right, and
But I guess he's already won, so it doesn't matter.
I guess.
Jesus Christ.
You watch as you raise, he gets a little bit more anxious, and so he actually takes off this amulet around his neck and he puts it on the table, and he was like, "All right, bet." And it's just you and this blonde elf dude. He's like, "All right."
Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, I could raise more.
No, take what you have. Take what you have. You're gonna win.
All right, I want you to re-roll, but you also it's 17 plus what you roll now.
Okay.
Oh god, don't lose the hat of vermin.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, no. all of Max's luck has led to this moment.
All right, then. Now I'm going to take one of the diamonds and put it into the pot.
No, stop!
Immediately, the dwarven man. I'll say you actually watch, especially as Peirs, as you're kind of watching over this. You watch as the dwarven man, like he kind of like tilts his head when he sees it. Like it's like a curious, like where'd he get that? Kind of like as you put the diamond down. He seems to know something about the diamond, the dwarven man. Do you want to raise it? Frick, what else? Please have. You watch this elven man just like he like looks over himself and he puts like this like short sword on the his short sword on the table as well.
Oh my god!
No.
He's trying to match it. Yes. He's like no, you'd like it. And you.
Come on.
And
Papa Pud your money.
He'll definitely. He's at this point he's pushed all of his money in. So
okay,
all of the gold is at the table. Like the orc and the dwarf still have money because they knew that they lost, but this elven man is like trying to keep you on a trail.
All right, I'm good then.
All right.
Oh my god.
What's your total?
This time I got a 15, so 15 plus 17.
Oh my god.
Right? Right?
Oh
32.
god, no! I got 28, and I was like, oh, this might be bad. And then because I was like, if your bad luck came back, I had a 28.
Yeah.
Okay. If he dropped out, I was gonna just pretend that my cards were all just like hot garbage. I would pretend I was bluffing just to mess with him.
Oh yeah. All
right. So what did I get?
You got
so you have a real Jojo right there.
Okay, first thing, the important part. I don't care about the magic item. Get the human spine.
It's not human. It's not human. It is a elk spine.
Oh, lame.
That's less fun.
Sorry. Yeah, it's an elk's spine. You get all of your teeth back. You get plus 50 gold. Plus I'll say about 22 silver. And about I'll say like 8 copper. Just to give it variety. But definitely you get the 50 gold. That's probably the important part. And then you also get a frick, what is it called? Hold up, I gotta pull up my D&D Beyond. Give me a second.
Oh wait, I'm gonna add a short sword while you're doing that because I'm taking all of his shit.
Oh, the sword. The short sword it's a +2 short sword.
Oh!
That I know for sure. The amulet I need to look at again because I'm not sure exactly what it does. But
you also get there's also that one spider fang that I dropped that you can see.
That's why he said, "Don't trust me." That's why he was like,
I'm gonna give that back to you. Oh!
Oh my god. Spark is over at the bar like, woo! Go ahead!
I mean, chances are that's going to one of you guys. So.
Nice.
I already have a lot of weapons, so I don't think I need it.
I mean, I think Raven's weapon.
I mean, you could also, I don't know how good you'd be with it, but if you kept it, that would be good.
What's going on?
I don't know who it is, but someone in the Google Doc is an anonymous armadillo, and it makes me very happy. The other person is an anonymous neon cat.
Anyway, what? There's a.
Oh, dude, nice. I'm the armadillo.
Actually, wait. It might be the other way around. Paige might be the armadillo, and you might be the neon cat.
Well, I see the
can't
other
tell.
person
Oh, are
as
you
the
guys
anonymous
looking
But
at
point is,
source notes? Anyway, sorry. The amulet is
I'm right next to your cursor,
It is
Mari.
called. It is called it's on D&D Beyond, and it's called a clockwork amulet.
Oh shoot!
Oh, clockwork. Hold on, I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah,
nice.
it's on
Wait,
D&D
here, I
Beyond.
got it.
It's on D&D Beyond.
This copper amulet contains tiny interlocking gears and is powered by magic from Mechanus. Plane of clockwork predictability. A creature that puts an ear to the amulet can hear faint ticking and whirring noises coming from within. When you make an attack roll while wearing the amulet, you can forego rolling the d20 to get a 10 on the die. Once used, this property can't be used again until the next dawn.
Oh my god, it's not even attunement.
Nope. So, Puud,
Dude,
that is
that's-
yours.
That's perfect for me. That's so perfect.
You're welcome. I literally saw this item when I was scrolling through D&D Beyond yesterday when I was looking for the circlet that you gave Owen, and I found it, and I was like, this is so dope! And I was like, I need to find a way to put it in the game, and that's exactly, this just made sense to, hey, he takes off an amulet and puts it on the table. But yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to take all that.
Always in his, like, Sailor Princess crown now. Which
And
100%, he's not taking that thing off.
Oh, by the way, the best part is I'm still wearing like the blanket, cape, and the hat.
Oh, 100%, you look like a toddler, and these guys are like so defeated.
Yeah,
as you
so I'm
watch,
just gonna
like,
take.
you go and like you go and grab with your little cobalt arms, and you just watch as this man just like slowly like goes and like puts his head in his hands as he's just lost everything to a cobalt, and he just
my god!
And you actually listen.
I'll slide him. I'm gonna slide him 10 gold.
Okay.
I feel bad.
So you only gain 40 gold from this experience.
Yeah, I'm still gonna.
And he'll take it, but like Mr. Half-Orc friend is like leaning over and patting his back, and he's just like, "That was a good game. Woo! And at the edge of my seat, he's like,
Thanks.
"Take that spine."
I'll be honest. I've never played before. I don't know what my cards were. I just kind of guessed.
Half-Orc goes and he goes, "That's even worse. My man, you little man, you've got great luck. Come back anytime."
I've been told that many times.
And then I'm gonna put all the gold into my into the little pocket with Curtis. Curtis is like pimping out right now.
Oh, he's pimping out, man. Yeah. Anyway,
oh my god.
And are you keeping the +2 short sword?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway.
art question for the art in my brain because I can't draw. Is he wearing both hats at the same time? Does he have this like trailer park baseball cap on and then like the top
of the hat?
Of it, or
no, okay.
Or
it's more like
I'm pretty sure you told me he puts his other when he's not wearing his like vermin hat, he puts it in the bag of holding.
Because that's not an attunement item, so I kind of just put that in the bag. Because then I can just like reach my hand into my bag of holding and pull out just a rat.
Yeah,
you know.
That's kind of what it is.
I forgot to draw the bear memorabilia. I am so sorry. I fail at life.
No, it's okay. The bear memorabilia is new. But yeah, anyway, so that's what you get. That is so good.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That is
Muscle man
Twinks. And this poor blonde elven man is just like, he's just like holding his head as his poor like his half-orc friend is like rubbing his back like, hey, it's okay. It's okay, you've got this. It's fine. Meanwhile, I guess we'll cut back to the bar. The dwarven man seemed to know something about the diamond, if you guys want to question him later. But let's cut back to the bar. What are you guys doing at the bar? I'm sorry, we just did that whole scene. That was great.
I mean, I feel like we've been spectating.
100%. Like, this is happening, like, just, like probably, like, 10 feet from you. Like, obviously this is happening, and you watch
And I'm mostly ignoring the guy that's sitting on me. Like,
this guy is trying to get on you so hard. You're not
if he asks for my name, I give him a fake name.
Oh, he definitely tried to ask you for a name. And then
I introduced myself as Honey.
It's Honey? And he goes, well...
Raven is,
He's like, well, Honey, isn't that, like, good? And he'll introduce himself as... Hold on, I need to open... I'm gonna...
So glad we're not doing weight-based rules.
I know.
I hate weight-based rules.
No.
Weight-based rules.
Kobolds weigh about 30 pounds. I have 65 pounds of just items.
Yeah, listen, I hate weight-based pounds. It's like, freaking people who care about weight, I hate that so much, personally. I just ate my shit.
Kobolds are about the size of very large house cats. Like
Yes.
the really chunky house cats.
They're fucking tiny.
That's,
It's great.
that's how big kobolds are.
Mm-hmm. So I
Well,
have to
that's
stand.
okay.
I had to stand up in the chair to play poker.
Yeah, you were standing there like a toddler the entire time. Oh, when did you add that? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Hold up. Sorry. I'm.
His name?
It's okay. Sorry. Never mind. I'm trying to.
I have to.
My
scale
internet
something.
stopped working.
I didn't realize that's how small kobolds were.
I wonder.
No, it's okay. I imagine him being at least.
That's why he can backpack Yoda.
No, but it's like that's when they're on all fours. I'm assuming so that when like Puud is standing like on two legs as he does when he walks, he's a little taller, like at least like 3 feet is what I imagine Puud as. So he's still small.
Mm-hmm. Still
Oh
2
my
feet
God.
tall.
Sorry, my internet is doing funny things.
I could stand on Peirs' shoulders, like just stand there, and I wouldn't look that much out of place.
Probably not.
Fair.
It
kind of looks like Puud kind of looks like a twink in that photo, and it has that look has a strange energy, and I'm not sure if I like it.
Oh no.
Also,
it frightens me.
Sorry, I've created art since.
No, I love that because you can see the like sketch lines of like the leg. It looks like he's wearing thigh high like socks.
He does.
Oh no.
So when you introduce yourself as Honey, he'll introduce himself as Quill.
Okay.
Yes, that's the name you get from him. He's like, I'm Quill, but like that's like it's like you're like not even paying attention as you're just watching Puud obliterate these poor men in a game of
Using
poker.
the guy for a free drink.
Yeah,
but
poor,
I'm
poor. This poor Tabaxi fella. He's definitely trying to.
I don't know. Is he
source.
cute?
He's like, yeah, he's decent. He's got like a couple of like there's like a chunk of his ear missing. He's got like kind of messy sort of like orangish colored fur.
I gotta know, is he more attractive than me?
Let's both roll d20s and see who gets the higher one.
Oh my God.
Okay, what did you get?
Okay.
No modifiers. No modifiers. What did you roll?
Straight to
Not funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you are like Raven. You look at him, and then you look at him. You looked at it yourself, and you look at Spark, and you go, way hotter.
Oh.
Like I rolled a 16, so he's pretty attractive, but you're still way hotter than he is. And Raven, you know it.
Hotter.
I mean, I want to do something, but it's like totally metagaming.
Do it. Okay.
What is it?
It's because I know where you got this name. And so I totally want to metagame, but I shouldn't. So I'm just gonna be like,
what do you want to do? I gotta know now.
I want to roll insight on him to see if he recognizes me, even if I don't recognize him.
Roll insight. Do it. Go for it. Tell me what you roll. And then we might go into the Whispers chat.
That's really good.
Oh.
The insight?
Yeah.
23.
Whispers. Hi. Okay, so you gave him a fake name. He has no idea who you are.
Okay,
but when he says his name's Quill, you kind of think that like when he says it, that's obvious. It's almost like someone who's like telling you half of their first name. So it gives you very big vibe, like that kind of like, oh, there's more to his name. He might know something, you know? Like.
So wait, what do you mean by that?
Like, there's more to his name. Like, I mean, you know exactly where I got.
I know where you got it. That's the whole thing. It's metagaming. I know you fucking got it from the backstory sheet.
Oh, you did. So he has a name that's like similar to how you're named, but you don't know what his full name is in character. Spark has no idea what the rest of his name is. So you mean
he's named in the traditional way, like Spark of Summer?
Yes.
That's what you mean?
That's what I mean. And I think Spark, with that insight check, you know he's that, but he hasn't given you the rest of his name.
Have I met Tabaxi outside of because obviously Raven isn't named like that. Have I met Tabaxi?
Yeah. She's not, Raven isn't named like that, but Raven has a very similar abbreviated last name because of Raven's family, but that's the whole backstory thing that I want to get into.
But the specific noun structure like this kind of this strange way that Tabaxi naming conventions. Do I see that outside of Dragon's?
Not commonly.
Okay,
You've
but
met,
I don't know where this guy's from, and he doesn't know who I am.
You also haven't met a lot of Tabaxi besides Raven
That's
before.
true.
And so this is like, but you've seen other Tabaxi that aren't from your tribe. You know that your tribe isn't the only sort of Tabaxi colony around the area. But being a little closer to home, and then hearing a name that's obviously not his full name, you get a little curious. But you don't know where he's from. He's just kind of like trying to flirt with you and buy you a drink. Like that's his intention.
Right.
He wants to flirt with you.
Okay.
And I think that explains it well enough.
Yeah, mainly I wanted to know if he had a flicker of recognition that he knew I was lying to him.
He did know you were lying with him, but he's very much still like, I'll get it out of her later. Like he's very much like
Is it a of course you lied about this, we're in a fucking thieves guild, or is it a you lied about this, your name is Spark?
No, it was we're in a thieves guild. You don't want to give me your name. It's very much like
that's the important distinction.
He has this character. I literally just quickly got his intelligence is very high. I'm gonna tell you right now. I rolled this character in like a second because I was like, yeah, there's a couple Tabaxi, and this one's gonna look at you quickly. Like download a character sheet with like pre-made stats just in case you get into a bar fight. But you know. Yeah,
fucking heart attack. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. All right.
Anyway.
I'm a little.
Sorry, what? You were saying?
It's fine. Just. It's
good?
Fine.
Are we good?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's go back.
So close to throwing my cousin into a boat and just pushing him onto because a moose was coming at.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hi. Did anything change while we were gone?
Anything happen, you guys?
No,
we're just talking about
Alright.
Because the weight of the giant horn thing, so now the weight in total is like 100.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I as a DM hate weight rules because I think it's stupid and you should be able to carry whatever the hell you want.
I'm keeping it for myself.
Unless it's unreasonable. Like, unless you guys are like, I'm gonna steal the Statue of Liberty, then I'll be all like, hey, but like, obviously, everything that's happened. 10 out of 10, I love that. Oh, that is so good. It looks like you guys just like stopped at like a gas station, picked up some memorabilia, and then went to like beat some people at a poker game. That's literally exactly what happened.
Yeah,
we're living the American dream. We took a road trip to fucking Vegas.
Vegas road trip.
Well, you guys took like Vegas if Vegas was a $10 a month thieves guild. Yes. But yes.
Same.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Anyway, so this guy's still totally flirting. Anything else you guys want to do at the bar now that Puud has won his game? Anything you guys want to do? Ask around. What are you doing?
Just gonna look at Spark and like, do you want me to intervene?
What? Sorry.
I'm just trying to figure out if Spark wants me to intervene or if she
Spark is very curious about this person. Though she does want to talk to Hilda at some point, but that doesn't have to be here. Spark is kind of like, there's kind of like an intrigued look of like, you know, I don't see Tabaxi around very often. It's really cool to see another person here. I kind of stuck with my friend over there because, you know, uncommon, but where are you from?
Ouch.
And you actually watch a Quill kind of leans over, and he's very much like that dreamy-eyed kind of like, you know, like he's probably had one too many drinks so far this night.
Oh yeah,
like,
I'm taking advantage of it.
Oh, he goes, oh, you know, around here, as all of us are. And he's very
around here. I might have known it. I've visited here just a couple times with my family.
Ah, so you're all right. And then he says, oh, so are you from the, you know, where? And he has like just a really big and obvious wink. Like, Raven, you picked this up. You don't know what they're talking about, but it's like a big and obvious wink.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give her the look like, don't do it. Don't go with him. It's not worth it.
And
she is deliberate. She is dumb, but she's also playing dumb in kind of the, I don't know, do I?
You're playing a Tracy.
Yeah, this is the fucking Tracy. This is Tracy because I know he's drunk and I'm curious and I want to know.
He's
I'm
like,
just melting. He's not hot.
and he's like, oh, you know, he's like, I've got family in Rextrum, but that's not what I'm here for. And then he's like, I'm here for you.
Aw, I'm so touched.
And he's
How'd
like,
you know I was gonna be here, or is it just destiny?
you know, destiny works in strange ways. And he's like,
Oh, yes, it
very
does.
drunk, very dreamy-eyed, like, you know, like he's gonna totally forget about this conversation in the morning, most likely.
Good. I don't want him to know my face. So you're out from Ruxtrum, interesting.
Yeah.
Again, I'm kind of new, so I don't know a lot about the area, but you know, I'm a big traveler with my friends, so
I've lived
it's
here my
interesting to
whole
learn
life.
more about people around here.
Is there music in this bar?
There's there's like a bard playing like a lute in the corner. And he seems to
What
have
kind
like
of music is it? Is it like, can I dance to it?
it's like
Gonna aggressively dance.
it's not like a dance tune, it's more like just like some like casual background kind of like sort of noise. Like it's like a pretty catchy tune, but it's like what you would hear if you were like walking through like the shopping market and then like that like sort of like echo of music over the speakers. It's not really something you would dance to.
Can I chug the rest of my ale, walk up to the bar, and ask him to play something I can dance to?
Nice.
Because
sure.
watching this cat hopelessly flirt with Spark is getting old.
Yeah, and he goes.
It won't last much longer. Don't worry.
You go. You actually watch it. And I'll say it's like a half elven gentleman, and he's got like this like big curly red hair. He like looks at you and he points to his like loot case on the ground, and he goes, how much you paying for? Obviously, there's been like a few coins in there. Like no one's requested a lot of songs, but there's probably like 5 or 6 gold in there.
All right. I'm going to take out 3 gold pieces and toss them in.
He raises an eyebrow and he's like, "All right, any requests?" He's like, "I know quite a lot of music."
All right.
Is
That's the pussycat. No.
21 plays of New Pussycat, and the 7th one is It's Not Unusual.
I can't dance to that though.
I'll say, as you were also a bard, you could probably think of some bard music that could, like, some, like, oh, hey, give me something that I can, like, bop to. And he's like, I got you. And he starts playing something, it's like a little more up-tuned, kind of, like, dancey sort of swing song,
like,
almost.
I've got a lot of frustration to bend out here, so something fast-paced.
Alright, immediately, like, not like Rap God, but, like, you know, like, somewhere, like, this is more like a jazzy sort of, like, 80s swing kind of music he's, like, jamming out to. And as he, like, starts playing this much more upbeat song, a couple people's heads turn, as this is not the most common music you'd hear in a Theives guild. So, but some heads turns, and, like, you actually see, like, a couple of people actually start, like, bopping their heads, like, oh, hey! Because this isn't that bad.
Should I roll performance?
Do it!
Go dance?
Do it! Go for it.
Wait, can I dance with you?
Yeah, Pud, go for it.
Go ahead.
I want to try to dance as well.
Roll for performance. Why not, Pud?
Action may start a fight. No, don't start a fight.
You know, it's fine.
Well, what
it's
is
fine. Raven, the
Hey,
peaceful one
hey,
this time.
hey! It's not a natural 1.
Yeah.
It's natural 2.
Hey!
You got your luck for the next
Pud,
year.
You just start doing the robot, but it's like out of sync. But hey, you're
I got a
trying.
22.
Robots don't exist yet. I'm gonna invent them.
Is this like a
Based
racist,
off the
I was about to
dance.
say, is this like a really racist Warforged dance?
No, it's not a bad.
No.
Pud's just not the greatest dancer. Raven, you know what you're doing. Pud's dancing with you, and I'll say, Raven, if you want, you can kind of dance with Pud and bump Pud's score up a little bit more just by like generalizing it. So you guys kind of dancing together.
Sure.
It's like not bad, but like also like Raven, you're doing a much better job than Pud is. Sorry. Anyway, and actually, when you two start dancing together, there's like a couple of people, and then there's like a dwarven woman that actually gets up and like she grabs like another like dwarven gentleman, and then they start dancing with you guys. Like you managed to bring in a small crowd of dancing people at this
Alright, is
guild.
there anyone who wants to dance with me other than Pud, or am I just dancing with Pud?
I do.
Oh, okay.
You want to dance with me? Okay, cool. I'm cool with that.
I'll go ask the. Okay, if they're gonna do that, I'm gonna go ask the
I
orc
was
man I
gonna
beat at
roll to
poker
see if-
to dance.
The man who asked at poker is like laying over the table with like a really big ale. He doesn't want to dance, Pud.
No, please. It'll make you feel better. Please.
He's like, no, little man. You won fair and square.
That's behind us. I want to start a new leaf. Dance?
Roll persuasion. For this getting drunk elf man. I'm assuming you're going for the elf, right?
Okay. Wait, that's a normal dice roll?
Oh?
That's 12 plus 3, that's 15.
Oh! He actually lets it aside. He goes, all right, and he like gets up, and then his elf buddy, like his half-orc buddy's like, really? Jeremy, you didn't know you were that kind of guy. And he goes, shut up, the little kid gets it. And then he's like, he'll go into start dancing with you.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like one of the things where it's like a little kid dancing with someone. So like I'm gonna be standing on his shoes.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking about one.
He's just putting up with it. He's not necessarily happy about it, but he's like putting up with it. He's like, all right, yeah.
Make the kid happy.
Exactly, make the kid happy, right? Sorry, Ed, Spark. What was your thing that might cause a fight?
I'm gonna ditch him for Raven.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you immediately go.
I am now tired of him. And so I'm gonna go, well, plenty of other interesting people to see, right? And I'm just gonna fucking get up and walk to dance with Raven.
You watch this poor man, and she's like, oh, I'm getting somewhere. Hell yeah. And then you say that, you get up and you walk to the much more attractive, because I think he also identified as Raven's more attractive than him from our role earlier. And then he just goes, heartbroken. Like, you
Raven turns to him, wink.
Oh! He like turns and he looks over the bar. And what's everyone else doing during this, during Raven's dance off?
I like how we haven't even addressed like the actual like gem thing that we came in here for, where we've just been dicking around.
Why did we come in here? I legitimately do not know.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll get around to it. But what is everyone else doing?
This was our shopping episode. An episode late.
Really? All right.
Fine. I want to go to the.
Dude, I need to
go
drop
to the bar far away from the rest of the party.
Yeah, well, the dance, it's like the bar is like actually like the dance where the dancing's going on is like the other side of the room from where the bar is. And I'll actually say, well, you're sitting there grabbing a drink and watching everyone just dance and like generally have a pretty good time in a Thieves Guild.
Oh shit.
You good?
Sorry, I realized I should have done something.
Oh,
but it's too late for me to do it now.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, fuck.
All right, that's fine.
What?
Oh, were you gonna do the mine thing?
Well, one, now that you say that, I should have done it. But also, I shouldn't have left him too early because there was something I could have done to weasel some more information out of him.
Okay. Well, he's just heartbroken sitting at the bar now. And he's
maybe
like,
I'll return to him.
Like,
maybe he'll simp for me.
Maybe. But like, he's
what
like
do you
2
want him
scenes
to
away.
know, or what do you want to know from him?
You guys could talk to DM if you want to talk about that. Because I'll also say, well, this music is kicked up and people started cheering and they're just dancing together and having generally good times. Out of like one of the back rooms, there's like a really like there's like a few other rooms attached to like the main sort of bar area where everyone is. And out of one of the doors comes this like red tiefling man, and he's got like this sort of like dark, like this messy like red, like almost like dark hair, but it's not black. It's more like a reddish black hair that's like pushed all the way back, and he has 2 horns sticking straight out of his forehead. And he kind of walks out, and he's just like, and he's like leaning against the back wall, just watching this go as he's like scratching his chin. And it's like this red-skinned tiefling.
Who's he staring at?
Just everybody who's dancing. This is not something you. What?
So you almost described Peirs and Tab like to a T.
Oh shoot! Well, you never gave me a description of him.
No, I haven't. I literally just drew him yesterday.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna out of character. This is not your dad.
No, extreme chance that this isn't.
Maybe
No,
it
I'll
is.
give you more information after.
Please give me more.
How old is this guy before
He's
I
an
go
older.
and,
He's
like
an older.
him?
Tieflings live for quite
He's
a long
old?
time. But he's definitely like, if you had to give him an age, he'd be in his like late 40s. And he's standing there, and he's like in a really
He's, like,
nice
50.
like black suit. Like yeah, like late 40s probably. Like he's not 50 yet, but he's like probably like 48 or 49 physically. In years, he's probably somewhere more like 100.
My age. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll pass.
He's an older gentleman. And he just like leans against the wall, and he's just watching everybody dance. Yeah. And he seems to be much more well dressed than all of the other sort of rogues in the area. And but I'll say, since everyone else is dancing, I'll say Tanar'ri and Peirs unless you aren't dancing, or unless you are dancing. Yeah. So if you aren't dancing, you probably would notice him just kind of, and he's just sitting there, and he's just sitting and standing by and watching. He's not dancing, but he's watching, you know. But so. And this song goes on for quite some time because you did pay him a lot of money, so he's not going to stop. So what are you guys doing?
Okay. Cool. I mean, I'm just gonna kind of dance for a while. I don't know how to dance outside of like traditional dances, so it's probably a little bit weird, but you know, still gonna dance.
Hey,
do traditional dance to high pop music.
Yeah,
do it.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Think maypole like festival dances.
I'm trying to think of like that Avatar is what I'm thinking, like that cave dance.
I don't know.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm like, Raven, if you want to lead, you could probably teach Sparkle a little something about how to dance moderately, but
like I'm just thinking. Like that scene?
Yeah! Oh my god,
yeah, I'll give it to you.
Cool.
I love that scene. Man, I haven't seen freaking
very twirly, more like
more skippy? I'm trying to figure out words to describe it.
I don't think this is a gif. I am just kind of like, you know, it's the traditional kind of maypole dance kind of thing. Oh, there we go.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. More that kind of vibe, but yes, you're in the right area.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can work with it. She can improve. She has a high dex.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Basically kind of dance until she can't dance anymore and then be like, okay, why are we here?
I don't know.
Is there any...
I don't know.
Yeah, so definitely, Tanar'ri, you've noticed this gentleman standing off to the side.
Do I recognize him?
No. You've seen tieflings before, and you've definitely probably seen a red tiefling around before, but you don't necessarily know if you recognize him or not.
So I should have clarified earlier. I want to sit at the bar. I'm not getting a drink. I want to talk to the bartender.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the bartender is like this half-orcan woman, and she's just sitting there cleaning glasses, and now she's kind of like tapping her feet to the beat of the music, like she's also enjoying it. But if you want to talk to her, like just, yeah, what do you say?
But I feel sad that no one's hit on me yet.
Okay. I want to say...
Aww.
I want to say, as a bartender, you've probably met a few people. I'm looking for information on someone specific.
And she leans over and she goes, well, I can sure give you some information. What are you looking for?
So I'm going to ask, do you know any tieflings from the Cryos Rogues Guild? Thieves Guild.
Ooh. She says, well, Cryos' guild and us have a pretty tight-knit connection. We've had some transfers, but I don't know exactly who you're looking for. And she like glances around the bar, and there's about 3 tieflings in the room, 4 now, including the man who just walked in. And she says, if you're looking for tieflings, she points to the older gentleman who just walked out, and she's like, and she goes, that's Rex. He used to be on Cryos for a few years, decades ago now, but he's the head here. And she points to the man who's just simply watching everybody dancing, seeming to just like mind his own business.
Okay. I'm gonna thank her, and I'm gonna walk over to Rex.
All right. You walk over. Yeah, Rex kind of looks, and he looks you up and down, and he goes, "Yeah. Good day."
Sorry, you cut out the head.
Oh, sorry. He kind of goes. He looks at you, and he's like,
Okay,
"Okay, sorry." He definitely looks you up and down quickly, kind of like to make sure you're safe before he like looks at you and like gives you a nod, and he's like, "What can I do for you?" He identifies you are not part of his guild, and so he kind of knows that, and he knows your group of misfits are also not part of the guild. But so he's very much like ready to make a deal with you almost.
There was a job that went wrong on Cryos a couple years ago. Did you ever hear of it?
He's like, he just kind of laughs. He goes, "Jobs go wrong all the time. I've heard of quite a few. Some on Cryos, some here, some down at Outcasts or Tanso. You know, you have to be a little more specific."
I didn't put enough detail into my backstory to like be specific.
Yeah, I know. I know you did. So, you can either improv it, or I can give you something.
Okay. I did have like a bit of an idea, so I'm gonna go for it. It was a big job. Royal big.
You were in with the king? He thinks for a second. He goes, "Oh, I think I might know what you're talking about." And you actually see, he's got like a little bit of like a goatee at the end of his chin, and he kind of just like scratches it lightly, and he's like, "Yeah, I think I might know which one you're talking about. Why?"
Do you know what happened to the group involved?
Well, I heard some got caught, some died. You know. And being in an open space, he's definitely not giving you detail. Because, you know, there's always listening ears. I think that's something you also as a rogue recognize, as that's why he's not giving you a lot of detail. But if you want, he does like gesture to like back into like the room he came from, and he kind of gestures his like almost like a "you can come join me in here" kind of way, as he begins to walk back into the office. But yeah.
Notice?
If you guys were trying to keep an eye on Tanar'ri, yes.
No.
If you guys are focused on dancing, no. That's up to you.
Great.
Be like passive perception or just nothing.
Yeah, passive perception. What's your guys' passive perception? Because you might.
Nah, I don't care that much. He can do what he wants. I trust him.
Passive perception 15 from Spark.
Should I roll a stealth check?
Yeah.
If you want to be stealthy, go for it. Yeah.
If we're keeping an eye out, you might have to, just to see if you can beat our passive
I mean,
perception.
I'm trying not to get noticed, let's say.
Yeah, so, yeah, definitely roll a stealth check.
That's a 28.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Tanar'ri
yeah.
is fine.
No one sees you.
Tanar'ri
No
is
one
at the
sees
bar,
you.
Don't be
and then Tanar'ri is gone. as he brings you into the office and then sort of closes and locks the door. Well, he doesn't lock the door, but he definitely closes it. And he kind of goes and he's just like, so
Hilda dancing with us, by the way.
No, Hilda's at the bar.
Yeah.
Spark definitely comes over and tries to tug Hilda to dance with him.
Should I roll to see if anyone notices or recognizes me?
Go for it.
It
actually,
be a little
roll a perception check, Raven.
I've got a bounty on my head.
Yeah, this seems like a place where you should be scared.
Perception. I totally forgot about that. Did you re-dye your fur, or is it still a little patchy and white? So I guess it's more like a gray now.
My fur is washed out. Like it's not black anymore.
Yeah, so it's like white.
It's that washed out fur dye color. And
so it's like a muddy gray right now. So it's not like the white it used to be, but it's like a muddy gray.
It's like when you dye blonde hair charcoal, like a platinum blonde hair charcoal, and then it washes out.
Okay, yeah, I kind of get that.
Okay.
Anyway.
15 plus 21.
All right. 21. Yes. There are some people who are eyeing you down, but it's a little hard to tell if they know about the bounty or if they just think you're really hot.
Ooh, can I roll a perception check to see if anyone's checking me out?
Yeah, go for it.
I want to know if they're being checked out now.
Yeah, sure, okay. Why not? Roll for being checked out.
Sick, that's a natural 3.
I'll copy that.
Plus 8, so 11.
There's like a half orc in the corner, like a half orc guy in the corner, and you kind of like, is he looking at someone else? You're not too sure. Like, there's a half orc, and he's definitely eyeing up, and you can't tell if he's eyeing up the elf you're dancing with or yourself. I'll give you that. Mm-hmm. You don't know.
I also rolled to see if someone is checking me out. I got a natural 20.
Wow. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, definitely there are like at least 4 different people that are definitely like, damn, he's hot. Like, definitely. There's like 4 people. They're not approaching you. They're not as brave as Quill was, but you know.
They're no forward people? Darn.
But there's definitely people making like that, like, you know, like bedroomize it. You like definitely.
Okay, are they in the generally same area, or are they?
They're
all
like
over the place?
spread out a little bit, but there's like some like there's like I'll say if there's like 5 people, there's like 3 of them are women, 2 of them are dudes. I'll give you that. Give you a little option. Why not? I don't know.
Alright, I'll give them a wink.
Wink, and it's like a I'll say when you give them a wink. Like one of the elven men, not the guy you're dancing with, but like just another elven gentleman, like walks up and he gotta
I like elven men.
He walks up to you and he's like 6 feet tall and he like walks up and he's like, "You want to dance?" And so if you accept his dance, there you go.
Yeah, let's dance.
But yeah, so you dance with an elven man. He's definitely into you, which
that sounds like it could be a song.
It could actually.
Anything
else anyone want to do? Or should we head back to Rex?
Let Tanar'ri actually do his bit now.
Yeah, so you head into the office with Rex, and it's a nice kept room. There's like a red sort of carpet to the floor, so it's like nice and soft. And he walks over and he kind of leans against this desk that's like on the far side of the room, and there's like mismatched paintings hung up on every surface. And there's like one sort of bookshelf. There's like 3 bookshelves that are just covered in like knickknacks and like general things that there's no theme to this room. It's like a collector's office basically. And he leans against the table and he kind of like looks over you and he's like, he's like, I'm assuming you were involved with the incident.
I was. It was the only people I trusted, and they left me for dead.
Yeah, he shakes his head and he kind of like looks at you and he just shakes his head and he's just like, betrayal. I know how that feels. And he actually goes over and he walks in and he pours out like this like really nice like liquor and he pours like a little bit like of like a really like thick rum and he hands one of them to you and he's just like, he's like, this is from the Heart of Bahara. It's one of the most popular rums I know, and he hands you like a small glass of it. So if you want to drink, he offers you a drink.
Yeah, I'll thank him and take the glass.
Yeah, and he takes a little sip, and he's just like, yeah. Well, I don't know anyone who is personally involved with the incident, but I did hear about it from the guild master, so. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Yeah. So he tells you that he doesn't know anyone personally, but he does know about it from like just general Theives talk. He's heard of the incident.
I'm gonna ask. Did the guildmaster mention anything about a tiefling involved?
It's like, oh yeah. There was a couple of tieflings in that Thieves Guild, weren't there? There was he kind of nods and he goes, why? Is there did you know him?
So I'm gonna say, in Infernal, I'm gonna say one of them took me in, taught me everything I know.
Oh, shoot.
He lets out like a sigh, and he goes, he kind of lets out like a sigh, and then he nods. And it's almost like there's a small flicker of recognition as he's pinned it down almost. And he's like, and he responds in Infernal to you, and he's just like, do you remember his name? You did not give me. I'm sorry, out of character for a sec. You didn't give me a name of this character, so there's no way I could actually DM me real fast. A good DM. Like I can make one up for you and I'll send it to you, but you didn't give me a lot of details, man. I was not expecting you to go this far into it so soon.
Oh no. I'm trying to get everything I can. What?
It reminds me of the Dark Brotherhood quest line from Skyrim.
A little bit.
Interesting.
Because you go to kill the dude, and then they're like, haha, you've been betrayed by your people, you know?
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm intrigued here. I'm very interested. I'm getting like a play-by-play of this to study.
None of you are hearing this conversation, as all of you.
None of us can hear it.
Not at all.
No, none of you.
I've marked this as a private conversation that no one knows about, but I like to speculate.
Yeah.
He likes to know.
Yes.
Here, do you want me to quickly DM you? We could do what you did
to
with.
See if it would fit.
Oh wait, what's fitting?
Oh, you get like you're getting like a cute name that like it's good.
Well, we talked about backstory stuff before. DM me directly if you figure something out, because he's yeah. This is also a DM question and also a in-character question because I'm sorry, you really I set some things up. And then I was like, we'll get to that later when we figure stuff out. Didn't realize we were getting around this soon.
Oh no. Yeah.
When things
Okay,
go
it looks
to
something up and it literally means nothing, but it sounds cool, so I'm going with it.
All right, put it in the DMs. You have to give me the wording for it as well, so I also know. But so.
Literally, the translation was like DXQFFJ.
What?
What?
Oh my, dude, that's my favorite name.
I tried using an infernal translator.
Oh.
And I typed in the name from the generator I used.
Well, what's the name? What's the name from the generator?
I'm messaging it to you right now.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. Thanks. Anyway, but you don't speak Infernal to me. I don't speak Infernal unless you don't want to say his name. Then I'll say I say his name in Infernal, and then you don't have to say it out loud if you don't want to. But I have it now, so.
I mean, that technically would be his name in Infernal, and it just doesn't translate to anything.
Oh, okay. That's good. Well, names don't need to translate to anything, unless you're Spark.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah.
It's just funny, because the name generator is like Aramis, Aaron Moss, Light, Happiness.
Yeah, but tieflings have
and the infernal names.
Tieflings
they have their, like,
consistently have very unique names.
Come on.
Like I was gonna give him if you were gonna say anything, I was gonna give him like a general super weird crazy kind of like a super generic name, but kind of funny. But no, I like that name. I think we'll keep that.
I have a character who's a pirate, and she has her old crew. And the captain of her old crew, he was a tiefling, and his name is Deceit. Freaking love tiefling names, man.
Tiefling names are so dope.
They're fun.
But yeah, that's.
It makes me sad I've never actually played a tiefling.
Yeah, so you're gonna. He actually does kind of have a nod. He does nod, and he cheers to you for a drink, and he's like, and he kind of nods, and he's just like, I met him. I've met him before. We had a close connection, he says, and just kind of cheers, and he's just like, I haven't talked to him in quite some time. I'm not sure where he is now, if that's what you've come to ask.
Okay. I'm gonna finish my drink and say, thank you. In Infernal, I'm gonna say thank you. It was nice to talk to you, and leave the office.
Yeah, he gives you a nod and lets you leave and everything. But he doesn't follow you out of the office, and just sort of hangs out in there. But yeah, you guys all if you're trying to leave stealthily as well, I'll let you keep the same stealth check as before. But if you're just leaving normally, then I'll say everybody else can kind of watch you come back. That's up to you though. So are you gonna try to sneak back to the bar?
I'm gonna leave. Well, here's the thing: is I don't want to keep the same stealth check. I want to try and leave somewhat quietly, but
okay.
not
So
super.
roll for another stealth check then.
15.
Okay. So if any of you have a passive perception of over 15, you do see him return.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, Tanar'ri's back.
Yeah, Tanar'ri disappeared for 20 minutes, and then you got, or for 10 minutes, you guys kind of finish your dancing, and then you just watch Tanar'ri make his way back to the bar. Yeah.
Oh, Tanar'ri's back. Turns back to hot elf guy.
Hi, Tanar'ri.
I've been kind of abandoned, so I'm kind of back over to Hilda and Tanar'ri and the others.
Yeah.
Can you blame me though?
I'm still dancing.
I don't blame.
I'll say when you walk back to Hilda, Quill just kind of glances over at you sadly, but doesn't say anything. He just lets you have your space, and he's sitting there with a drink.
He's respectful.
King, truly a
You could
king.
come over and be like, "That's why you don't pick the hot ones."
Oh, you're right. Oh, I can still play this. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wait.
you want to go back to Quill? He's sitting there with a drink. He hasn't moved.
I don't know what I want from him anymore. Fuck.
Don't just play with his heart just because you can.
Yeah, I don't want to do it just because I can. Because I don't necessarily...
But you can get that information that you want.
Yeah, but I don't actually know if I want it. I think I'd rather not. I'm just gonna let him be.
All right.
I'm gonna let him be.
We're getting close to the time when you said you had to leave. So how are you doing?
I am gone in maximum 15 minutes.
Oh, 15 minutes from now?
I will take notes.
Yeah.
If I have to, if we're still not done, then of course someone else can take notes for me. But I am gone.
I mean, at this point, I doubt we're gonna get to. I doubt we're gonna get there to do some giant fighting. So I'm assuming.
Well, I doubted we were gonna fight giants, but I had assumed we would probably make it to the city.
I want to try to do if we're just gonna like dip out and do whatever. I do want to try to do the meditation brain box thing just one more time.
Sure.
Because I was.
Yeah.
Are we leaving? Are we done?
If you guys are done in here, I'll say there's like another exit you could take that will take you into Vahara, or you could go back out to your carriage and camp out in the woods. That's completely up to you. If you guys want to do some city exploring, you might be able to find an inn to hang out in the night, because at this point, you guys have spent a few hours in here. The sun has begun to set. So.
All right, fair enough.
It's up to you if you want to go camp out in the woods, or you can find like a cheap inn.
Camp out, camp out, camp out.
Camp out. Well, it's dangerous if we camp out in the woods.
Yeah, but that's why people take watch.
That's fair. Oh, good. Oh, fuck. I would quarter Hilda on watch, but I don't know how much time I have left. Shit.
We can, if you guys want, we can end the game here. We could pick up tomorrow when you guys are starting watch.
Yeah, can I just do the thing real quick?
Yes, you can do this thing real quick. I'll say, I'll say you guys pack up, you leave, and you find like a nice little opening at the outside of the Thieves Guild. You guys can chill with your cart overnight. And Puud, while you guys are kind of making dinner together, Puud, you can do your little meditation thing. So roll me a wisdom check.
Okay. That is 11 plus 5, 16.
16. Hey, okay. What are you looking for?
Specifically, stone giants and how to beat them. And when I find this stuff, I'd say it out loud, so no need to go to like whispers or whatever.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, they are how to defeat them. Well, they're stone giants. They
just like stone giants in general. Just like
they have a pretty hard exterior. Obviously, they have a stone exterior, meaning they're harder to hit. They can take damage from non-animate magical items, but obviously they take half damage because especially when it comes to blades and stuff, they are resistant to slashing and piercing damage. But they are
wait. So do we just wait? So basically, we just get like the stat block of them.
Yeah, because listen, man. I didn't think of like there is a way to defeat them. Like they're stone giants.
Well,
I'll say they've got a pretty tough. They've got a pretty tough exterior. They are usually like super tall.
And particularly stupid, non-charismatic.
Oh yeah, their lowest stat is intelligence and charisma. They do have something called stone camouflage. And that basically lets them, when they are in a terrain, a stone terrain, they are really good at stealth checks. Stealth. So they're really good at hiding when they're up against stone. You know that.
All right.
Sometimes they have weapons, sometimes they don't. I don't know what else you want.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
All right, cool.
Did you say bludgeoning and slashing damage or piercing and slashing?
Piercing and slashing. Bludgeoning, it takes bludgeoning real well. But yeah.
I'm just saying this out loud in Pud voice as Kaleb talks.
Yes.
Cool beans. So Hilda is like not useless, but
I mean, I've got my fire sword, so that's not technically slashing damage.
Well,
Yeah,
a lot of
magical-
magic is what I do best.
Magical items. They so basically, they're resistant to non-magical non-magical slashing and piercing damage, but magical slashing and piercing damage, you can assume that they would take the normal amount of damage.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, well then I'm set.
Never mind.
Okay, I'm not useless. That's a relief to hear.
Oh, by the
Also,
way,
but
say your thing. Say your thing.
if they're particularly bad at being bludgeoned, magical bludgeoning damage is kind of my whole thing. So I could probably take care of them pretty well.
Well, but they're also
sword.
very large.
I got a sword from the gambling. Who uses swords? It's a short sword. It's magic. It's pretty good.
I mean, I think you could keep that big guy.
I feel like this is almost as tall as Pud.
Yes, if I get in range to use this short sword, I am dead.
It is more
We
like
will be squished.
Pud, it is
11 days, folks. We learned our lesson.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, Cobalt's headed into a giant lair. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen for us.
Yay!
Let's hope that doesn't happen for us. But yeah, I'll say if you guys want, you guys can camp out there, and we'll pick up tomorrow, and we can actually start when you guys are doing watches, so that you don't need to do your roleplay thing now, and we'll start at the top of watch next time. Then does that make sense?
Okay.
Just because I know there was something you wanted to do.
And when you say tomorrow, you mean next Sunday,
Yes,
right?
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm bad at English. It's fine. But yeah.
I wish it was tomorrow.
Yeah.
I wish
I've
it
got
was
class,
tomorrow
dude.
too.
I don't know. I don't have a ton going on this week. Why am I still talking like Spark? I don't have a ton going on this week.
Spark's
So like,
infecting you.
This was a filler episode. Fucking, I would be down with another thing, maybe. I got one thing on Thursday, and that's about it.
That'd be good too.
We could definitely talk about it if we could all just figure out a time.
Yeah.
I'm
I
pretty.
gotta get my actual work scheduled.
Besides Friday, I'm pretty good. So I don't know, but we could talk about that later. But
Yeah.
I just have stuff until about noon every day, and then Fridays at 2, and other than that, I just have free time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm usually pretty busy up until like 4 o'clock during the week. So it might be like we might do like a late night game if that's the case. Probably somewhere between like we'll probably play from like 5 or I guess
Like 4 here.
I'd be okay with that. My old D&D session used to be at night.
Yeah, so we might
Yeah,
do a nighttime game if,
game.
if we want to do
That would be
during
fun,
the week.
yeah.
Dude, that'd be dummy thick late for me, but I'm fine with that. Like right
Okay,
now,
Yeah,
'cause,
I
like,
know
The
you're
best
like 3 hours
D&D
ahead.
session I've ever played started at 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
dude,
To be fair,
I did that
best
for one of
D&D
my friends'
session-
birthdays. It was the first time we ever played together, and so I DM'd for them, and we ended up just spending the night, and we played like 12 straight hours.
I
That's
once
amazing.
played a D&D game where my friend DM'd, but it was like summer break, and we were at his cabin, and we all sat and like on this like cold cabin floor, wrapped up in sleeping bags, and then we played D&D all night, and it was like a Lost City of Atlantis theme, and it was wild.
my God.
Oh.
And we played it till
Nice.
like maybe like 1 in the morning, and it was great.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, I wish, because it was completely homebrewed from him, and so I wish I could play it for you guys, but I
Awesome,
do
though.
not know. It was so fun, but yeah, we started at like 8 p.m. and we played it till like I think it was like 1 or 2 in the morning. I don't remember. It was like 2 years ago now. But that was it was like for like Christmas of that year I got into D&D, and then like that summer we were like at his cabin just having a good time, and then he was just like, let's play D&D, and we were like, sick.
Okay, so what the brain box is okay, yeah, when someone becomes a cleric of Saloon, they gain access to something when they meditate. They can get transported to like this giant library that has a bunch of information and knowledge contained, and it's from a bunch of the other followers of Saloon. And that's why Pud's super stupid, but he has a wisdom of 20.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, and that's why why it's a wisdom thing to get in there.
Yeah,
because it's
so
all.
I can go in there, fucking search around for books, find stuff. Like I probably just found a book on stone giants and started reading shit off.
I don't imagine it more like a thing. It's more like I could play GM words because with Saloon, it's kind of more like an astral projection, and then like. Then it's kind of like what are you looking for amongst the stars? Because it's like if Saloon's the moon, like there's like that whole thing of like Saloon is the moon and the stars is like her galaxy, and so like you kind of like got access to a star and then we're immediately filled with like, oh hey,
that's okay. That's actually sick.
That's dope as shit.
I was just imagining it as just like a giant library you could just project your soul into.
I mean, if you think of the galaxy as a library, that would be it. But like, because you know, Saloon is the moon, so I was like, okay, there's a lot of like stars and galaxy memorabilia with her. So that's
I wonder Star Wars library. I was just thinking of like the library in Star Wars.
Yeah, well,
I have no imagination.
I wonder if like the imagery that Puud gets is like physically like this weird metaphysical form, like you can take a little star into your hands and like kind of stare at it and meditate with it and like absorb that information.
Yeah. And because it's all the information. Say it again.
Sorry, just all I'm picturing is the dodeca.
Yeah, it's vaguely dodeca. Yeah,
it's vaguely dodecahedron.
It's
like the Elvis knowledge
adjacent.
Yeah, it's like that, but it's like only Saloon followers get access to this like brain box.
Because it's all of their because I thought about this. It's all of their information, that all their knowledge that the followers gained like over their lifetimes. It just like all. So that means all of Pud's knowledge also goes into the thing. Meaning, if some shut up. But if someone wanted to, they could like look up and they could just like find like what Puud is. They could like search through and like do stuff like that.
Yeah.
My secret: I need to convert to Saloon and then get Pud's backstory.
Yeah, but
technically, but that's also.
But that means your backstory's on the table too, man.
But that also means Lizzie's story is also.
Yes.
The table.
And I mean,
no, I'm expecting my weird religious ties to come back to bite me in the ass. I'm pretty sure flouting the Raven Queen when I don't actually like totally worship her is gonna fucking backfire on me, and I'm just kind of waiting for it.
Wait,
yeah, if Raven dies and you give up on the Raven Queen, you can't talk.
Okay, so because it's like the knowledge of people, could I try to search for specifically? Like, I could be like, does anyone remember anything or know anything about Spark? And then see if I can pull like little bits of information from like other people's existences and lives.
Technically, yes. Because technically yes, but it would have to be if someone has met Spark. So you would know, Pud, you would know from your knowledge, you know what Spark has told you, and you would also know that Lizzie has met Spark. But those are the only two Saloon followers you know that have met Spark. So, Spark, it could be totally possible that you have met someone who worships Saloon and you just didn't know. And they could.
But they probably would. But they don't get like default access to my secrets.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. They don't get default access to your secrets. But the fact is, it would be like, hey, how many people have met my monk cat friend? And then it would be all like, okay, you have maybe a handful of people have met. And then they can tell
library
you,
load with the Raven Queen to see what you can get.
And then like then you would get access of like where Spark has been by the location of people she's met, but it wouldn't I don't know how much of that would tell you. But
I mean, I was just saying, like, hypothetically, like, something like that could happen.
Hypothetically,
I mean, Pud's probably not going to do that because Puud respects privacy, but. Like
yelled at you once,
But it also gives you
I
think one of the better things is that, like, you could also use it to find someone if they
any other follower.
Yeah.
Like if I need to find probably how Lizzie found where we were, because she probably just looked at it and was like, oh, they're hanging out there, and then just.
Do you want me to spoil it for you? Because that's exactly what she does.
Nice.
Well, I mean, it's assumed that's what you do.
Yeah.
Because we're all connected, you know?
Mm-hmm. Which I really love.
I just had a mini panic before I remembered that Lizzie and Sylvia are two.
Yeah, you guys don't know where Lizzie was. Lizzie was hanging out with you that night. Said she had to go for work stuff, Pud, and that was the last. And that was
you
the last
didn't
you heard
ask
of her.
where she was going, Pud. You didn't ask what the work was.
No,
Pud
I'm
could
fine.
figure it out.
Oh my god.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have to go. I have to go do stuff. So I will see you guys later.
See you, bye.
Bye.
Sorry,
See you later.
So yeah.
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 See you later.
So